It wasn't wrong. I didn't scream at her.
No.
It doesn't taste fresh.
Right. You didn't make television out of it. You just...
Yeah.
All right. We're going to need a GIF.
I was trying to...
Jim's tremendous COVID weight pushed the chair all the way down.
I was lifting up my... lifting up your thing is a nightmare on these chairs. I was trying to lift
your armrest.
Yeah, and the button's on the side. And I clicked it, and it just dropped me down. Just dropped Fat Boy down like turbulence.
It really was like the Disney Tower of Terror. It's like,
did you enjoy that? Would it have been better if I had hot coffee in my hands and I spilled it?
Much better. The only thing funnier than that is when I fell out of the chair years ago. The chair completely broke.
Yeah, that's always funny. It's always funny.
Yeah. Well, what was funny when you fell out of the chairs, you screamed, "Oh no!" And I think that it was partly because you were about to fall out of a chair, but also you're a pretty smart guy, and I think you were acutely aware of the humiliation that you were about to suffer because before you even hit the ground, you were like, "Oh no, they're gonna make fun of me for falling out of my chair."
Boy, did they!
Yeah.
I went to eat last night with our old friend MJ.
Mary Jean.
And yes, and I will. She's going to be doing a Cam Soda show tonight. I cannot be there. 10 p.m. Eastern. XO Mary Jean. XO.
You're not going to be on the Cam.
I will not be on the Cam Soda show. No, much to everybody's. The sad news for everybody. I was going to say chagrin, but I hate that word.
Yeah. Maybe that's what you'll be doing after the contract extension here. Cam Sodas with Mary Jean.
You know what? It couldn't be worse than what they're offering. But we saw there was a guy in the restaurant was so fucking so drunk he couldn't stand. And it's weird to see somebody older, like he looked like a business guy. He was out with a couple of his friends, and to see a guy that drunk and to watch people go, to watch the staff stress out. And I watched one of the women go, I don't want to clean up his fucking vomit. They were all so worried he was going to puke on the floor. And I'm like, man, was that a shitty. And there's two guys with him. One guy wanted to help him, and another guy you could tell didn't know him that well.
Right.
I was just like, I want to get the fuck out of here, but it's kind of obligated to stick around for a minute.
What time of night was it?
10 o'clock. Not crazy late. Not crazy late.
Not late enough for him to be that.
No.
In that state.
Yeah. Not crazy late. And we just watched this guy. I was happy he didn't puke, because I've seen that once too, where somebody pukes on a restaurant floor, and that sucks. They just got on their hands and knees and started vomiting.
Oh, God.
I enjoyed my Manhattan clam chowder. I loved
disgusting.
it. I loved it. So yeah, maybe that's what I'll be doing come the end of November.
Cam Sodas?
Possibly.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Wave my prick.
We do. We have our contract extension right now here with Sirius until the end of November.
Yes.
Which would allow people time to negotiate. There's a lot of
ground to cover.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah. The finish line is farther than anybody would have expected.
Yeah. I guess that sometimes when certain studios are built, they I guess all of a sudden we're going to take it out of these guys.
The messaging. I mean, I don't know if this is what was intended. It goes through a couple people.
Sure.
So I mean, the kind of the vibe that I got was, we'd love you guys to stick around, and while you're here, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Both.
Yeah.
Like, we really want you here.
Yeah.
We want you locked down, and also go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Both.
Yeah. So did we do well during the pandemic? Yeah, that was then. We don't, and this is now.
We really don't talk about old shit.
Yeah, this is now.
Yeah.
But it's okay. Whatever it is, like, I'm okay. I like it here, but it's like, if we move on, we move on. It's one of those things where it's not even a fuck you to the company. It's like, it's business. It's nothing personal.
No. Yeah, it's nothing personal. And it's nice that, 5 years ago, the landscape looked a little different.
Yeah.
Now, there are ways to take your business outside of big corporations.
Yeah, and it's not some...
Or other corporations.
Yeah.
There's lots of other corporations creating content. Also individuals creating content.
Yeah, believe me, I was at the cellar last night. I was lucky I bumped into Chris and Andrew Schultz, two guys whose advice I needed.
Hey, what do you think of? Yeah.
But it is funny, though. I went on at the Village Underground, and Schultz, I think, was going on after me, so he was sitting on the steps. So just sitting there talking, and he's so good with it. Like, it's crazy. Like, sometimes you forget how lucky you are to have access to people who are doing this right.
Yeah.
Like, to doing this content on their own correctly. So yeah, there's a lot of ways to make it work. I'm not even panicking about it. I'm like, it is what it is.
It is what
I'm
it
okay
is.
either way. Yeah.
Yeah. Plus, you're still going to get on stage and wow dozens of people in
Dude.
towns all over the country.
I am gonna make a person 4 seats and another person laugh. 4 more seats and another person.
Social distancing?
No, unfortunately, no. Yeah, Philadelphia next week. I can't wait for Philadelphia. I feel good. I shouldn't probably feel good. I should be annoyed, but I'm really not. Like I'm almost like resigned. Like, yeah, it's all right.
Yeah.
Life is it's okay.
Life is good.
It's good.
Like, what do you got to complain about?
Yeah, years ago things would have been scarier,
Yeah.
but now it's like, nah, it'll just go somewhere else.
Let's roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is not some negotiation ploy. I mean, I'm not mad at the company.
No. It's a business.
It's a business.
It's a business. Well, yeah, what do you, it's not your girlfriend. Right? You're not sitting there looking for companionship.
It's your girlfriend, but she's come home.
Yeah.
It's a Saturday night. It's late.
Mm-hmm.
You say, "Where were you?" And she says, "Out."
You know, like
And then goes to bed quietly. That's what this is.
right. And that's where it's like, yeah. And then you make the decision there. It's like, am I sticking around?
Yep.
Because she doesn't want to end the relationship.
She's willing to continue the relationship if
you're
willing to be a quiet bitch boy and lay in bed when she comes home whenever she wants.
That's right. That's right. And so then you get to, and then that way the power is kind of in your hand. That's why it doesn't feel quite as bad when you're like, you know what, I can make one of 2 decisions here. I am presented with a fork in the road.
Yeah, and it's like I could stay and be on somewhat cleanup duty,
A
or
little bit.
I could say, you know what, there are other women out there
Yeah.
who may also want to cuck me, but it's sometimes nice to be with a different woman.
And maybe they won't cuck me right away.
Right away, they won't. Yeah,
Right.
Eventually.
Eventually they'll cuck me too. And then I'll have
Sure.
to go and find somebody that won't again.
Yep.
They love cucking you though.
That's how life is. It's just weird when you're in one place for a long time. You know what I mean? Because in entertainment, you're not always in one location for many, many years,
Yeah,
unless
it's
you're doing radio.
Atypical.
It's atypical.
Even in radio. I mean, the amount of time that we've been here, it's crazy.
It's crazy. And again, I enjoy the show very much. I have a great time doing this, but there's also the point where it's like, you know what? It is like it's a corporate schedule. Like it's weird. Like
Right.
I see all of my friends doing what they're doing, and I know I got to get up at 6:30.
Yeah.
Or if we were earlier, I got to get up at 6 or 5:30. You know, so
Yeah.
there's something to be said for having your own schedule too.
You and I could meet up twice a week at noon
Yeah.
and still do this and then do also anything else that we wanted to do.
Yeah, and the money, like to make the money, it takes a little while. Like I think I'm realistic about
Sure,
that. Like
of
you got
course.
to, but I was talking to somebody yesterday about like studio spaces and all that. It's not nearly as expensive as I thought. Like not even. I'm so dumb with how to rent studio space.
Yeah.
I talked to somebody and I thought they were probably paying 10 times what they're actually paying.
Really?
That's how little I know about renting studio space.
Wow.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah.
So whatever. Yesterday was.
I mean, I built one in my basement, so,
Yeah.
you know.
I was in my closet. It's the end of that statement. And I was like, I couldn't. It was too small and hot to broadcast in, so I couldn't build one in the house. But
Yeah.
it might be time to do something.
Branch out.
Yep,
Yeah, why not?
it is. It is.
Yeah. It is.
If it is, it is. Yeah.
So we'll see. Plus, I mean,
We'll
now,
see.
I think we're both Bitcoin rich anyway, so.
Dude, it's fucking. I can't believe how good it is. I still want to get out of it though, just because I don't trust it. Like what Mark Cuban said has been fucking bugging me.
What?
I said, "Can I have some money?" He said, "No."
Yeah, it's really been
It's
irksome.
really fucking
'cause
annoying.
I could use the money.
No, he said that Bitcoin is one of those things that nobody is spending; they're just saving it.
Yes.
And to me, that might be the only time people spend Bitcoin is on ransomware. Like
Yeah.
that's what it seems like, and it's like, where's the practical use of it? Like,
Well, that's why Ethereum is like people. That's why Ethereum has been able to rise so much. Like that's really the only secondary coin at the moment
yeah,
that has that huge wave of momentum behind it because there is a practical use for it.
yeah.
But
Bitcoin-
that's also why Bitcoin is compared to gold. Nobody spends gold.
William Devane does.
That's true.
yeah, but
That's true. But there was some trillionaire investor or billionaire investor yesterday saying like it's a better bet than gold right now.
Bitcoin is?
Yeah. Like nobody, you're right. Nobody's spending Bitcoin. Nobody buys anything with Bitcoin. It doesn't have any practical,
Yeah.
But
gold, though, that's a good point. I hadn't thought of it. But gold is like the thing that is the gold is the thing that makes our money valuable, right? Because they have it in Fort Knox, and there's all this money. That's kind of what makes our money that's the collateral on our money is our gold.
It's supposed to be. It isn't anymore, I don't think.
No,
But
okay.
originally, cash was based on the gold standard. But you could probably make the argument that a lot of crypto, as Bitcoin goes, so does crypto right now. Like Bitcoin is almost the symbol. It's not 100% parallel because obviously the value of Bitcoin doesn't have any real impact on Ethereum, but it does. Like if Bitcoin goes down, people start to lose faith in crypto
for
in
a
general.
long time, they moved exactly the same.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
Because Bitcoin is kind of symbolic of that.
But now I think like percentage-wise, Ethereum's gone way higher this year. It was at like $700 in January.
And now
so
it's at like 3,000,
it's
right?
at 4,000.
Shoot.
What is?
Ethereum.
Yeah, it
So
dropped.
if you look at like the percentages, of gains, I think Ethereum is higher than Bitcoin.
The only gains I'm really looking at are my shoulders and my quads.
Sure, and I'm looking at the same thing, but my side fat, my tits, and my belly.
Mark in Jersey. What's up, Mark?
Hi guys, how are
Hey.
you?
Hello.
So you're talking about your contract, and you may not be mad, but I'm a listener, and I just started listening to you guys this year, and I love your show, I really do. And I just don't listen to any of the other shows. I don't listen to Stern. Well, who does? Because he's always on vacation anyway. That's not a dig at him, but I don't understand Sirius. They got rid of Sirius IQ. They got rid of a lot of really good talent. And I don't know what's going on with them, but I really, I don't want to see you guys go.
Well, I
So,
appreciate that, Mark.
Thanks, man. Thank you.
You guys may not be mad, but I think your listeners are really freaking pissed off.
Thanks. Yeah, it's annoying,
Thanks,
but it's
Mark.
one of those things where, like, again, I'm 53 years old. You don't look at something like that anymore and go, "What do you mean?" Like, yeah, I understand what it is.
I thought we were friends.
Yeah, like I know what it is. Like, yeah, they like us, but they like us and they're okay if we go. All right.
Right.
Yeah.
Or, they don't like to spend money on stuff.
No, they like to spend money to get new things. It's almost like
Yeah.
It's again like the guy who cheats or the girl who cheats on you. Like once they have you, they're like yeah, sit over there. Oh, look at her.
Right. Right.
And I'm like that too.
Yeah, I get it. They want to spend money on stuff they can put on a commercial on
Sure.
cable,
Yeah.
Because really, I mean, that's the future of all of this is mainstream cable TV and platforms like that.
Yeah. That's what I was just thinking.
Yeah.
So I understand the taking on an ad and TV guide.
Yeah. I think if you're looking to the future, it's celebrity culture and mainstream media.
Yeah,
That's definitely where you want to
Absolutely.
bank on things.
Yeah. And there's certain moves they made which were really smart. And then there's other ones they make. They're like, all right.
Yes.
That's where you want to put it.
I agree.
Enjoy.
I agree.
Enjoy.
Yeah. So Ethereum, that means has gone up like
A decent amount. But I'm so gun shy about buying it anymore. I stopped buying it. Let it go down.
because you don't
let
want to buy
go
it
up.
when it's high.
Nah, but even when it went down recently, wow, it's 4,100. I was like, let it go. Just enjoy what you have, keep it, and then stop buying shit. I don't want to buy shit anymore.
I can't buy Ethereum because I bought AMC stock way too late. I've only lost money in my AMC stocks.
Ethereum just went down to like 1,900 now. It's just too up and down. It's like,
It's not dependable. Well, that's the nature of that's how you get your big gains too. That's how you get your big money to come out of it. You can't get rich, if it's dependable.
I'm up higher now than I was. I have
Yeah, Bitcoin's at an
1/20th
all-time high.
1/20% of a Bitcoin.
Whoa. Put 20 of those together, you're going to have yourself a golden shiny coin.
You're right though. Yeah, nobody. It is like gold, I guess. I don't understand any of this financial shit.
No.
I just don't.
No, well, you can't make. All you could do is try to follow trends, but you can't make educated financial decisions, and that's probably where it gets. Okay, so it's gone up 485%.
Yeah. The guy said it's a good hedge. The hedge. What the fuck's a hedge? I don't even know what a hedge fund means.
Hedge fund. Hedge is like
Hedging your bets.
hedging your bets. Yeah, I don't know. I watched The Big Short. I would ask Christian Bale what to do here.
Dude, what a smart movie that was. Because I had no idea what it was when I went to the premiere. You know how it is. You get invited to these things.
Wow.
And no, I didn't know I had no idea what the movie was about. And they explain an impossible thing to understand really well. Adam McKay, he's fucking brilliant. That was so good, that movie.
Bitcoin is up to 100%.
Mid-year.
I'm typing fast, and I hate this keyboard.
Yeah, that's how somebody with a clogged nose talks.
The year.
Don't you hate people who do that?
Hate it.
Because they talk like that. That's where Craig Shackle comes from.
Yeah.
I fucking hate it.
It's disgusting.
It's like there's like a clogged tube in the back where things aren't draining.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bitcoin's
106% versus 485. Yeah.
That's like what Bitcoin? It's like 3 times more than Bitcoin.
4 times.
5 times. 485.
Oh, 4, yeah.
Boom.
Almost 5.
Boom. We did that together.
Yeah, we did. It was fun. Teamwork.
Yeah. I'm with Ethereum like that because I feel like whenever I decide to finally buy some, that'll be the peak. You know, now that it's so much higher than it was, I feel like that'll be the peak. Like I got into Bitcoin at an okay time, and then I suffered through when it was the bad news app.
Yep.
So I feel fine about that, and I don't really actively buy and sell that much on it, like day to day. I kind of just leave it alone and let it sit.
I'm afraid I'll hit the wrong button and I'll have given it all away.
I'm not like an old man about it. I'm not worried about that.
Well, the thing that made it good is it was a U.S. ETF launch. What the fuck does that mean? I don't know what that means. U.S. United States ETF.
Trade. I bet the T is trade.
Federation?
Electronic
European
Trade Federation.
Or electronic?
Electronic.
Yeah, U.S. European Trade Federation. What is ETF, Travis?
The F is for futures, I believe.
What is the T?
Trade.
Yeah.
Teft?
Yeah, Teft. Yeah.
By the way, don't say yeah like you know. He's doing the same thing he always does.
That's
He's
true.
looking at the headline.
That is true.
He doesn't know.
F is for futures.
It allows people now to...
Not when it's talking about you, it's not.
Yeah.
It allows you to bet on the futures of Bitcoin. Like on Wall Street.
That's where they fuck everything up.
Like you're not trading Bitcoin on Wall Street, but you can
Trade in the value of it.
Bet on the future of it.
Right. So like, yeah. So there's unlimited shares of futures.
Futures exchange traded fund.
I don't know what a future is. I don't know
It's
what
like gambling on it.
It is, yeah, but do you want a future? You
Like
get a future?
you're betting on the futures or you're shorting it.
Yeah.
Like
Did
I
you
bet
watch
this
The
is.
Big Short?
Yes.
Remember when Margot Robbie was naked in that bathtub? She explained the whole
I didn't
thing.
look at that
The
part.
whole thing.
That's not for you.
No.
No,
God, is she attractive?
she's a good-looking lady.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You can either bet on the futures or sure. We're gonna have to learn this stuff, Jim. We gotta get our finances
we
together.
gotta get our finances.
We gotta learn this stuff.
I will tell you though, like when you look at stuff, I thank God I'm not a completely irresponsible ass with money.
Yeah.
Man, like now that looks like it might be wrapping up, I'm happy I paid my mortgage. I
Or
wasn't a fucking idiot.
Or a gambling addict.
Nothing scarier. Were you just juggling this?
Yeah.
Because fuck that.
That's one of the reasons why Squid Games, I think, was so popular is because there is that, for some reason, and maybe it's just me, I feel like I can wrap my head around being a gambling addict more than like a drug addict. Like a drug addict, you can avoid drugs, but I feel like we all have that thing in us because we all want to get rich. We all want to get rich easy and quick. We all want that opportunity. So I feel like most of us are only a couple steps away from losing everything.
Yeah, like nobody looked at Ralph Cramden like, how could this asshole do that? Everyone was like, oh yeah, I could absolutely.
Absolutely.
You want to get rich fast.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have a lottery ticket. I played the fucking Powerball.
How'd you do?
Better than I would have thought.
Mm-hmm.
Not as well as I hoped.
Okay. All right.
Kind of like
I got a phone call like that yesterday.
Yeah. Oh, for me, it was worse than I would have thought.
Okay, yeah, that's...
and not as well as I hoped. But not shocking, of course.
Yeah.
But I won $6 on the Powerball lottery ticket. I'm saving it.
You're saving the $6
I'm going to save that ticket and I'm going to go cash it in.
for more lottery tickets?
Yeah, maybe I will.
Have you ever seen people that do that though? Like they'll win like I say big money, but like I feel like if you win like $30 or $40 on a scratch off ticket, that's big money for a scratch off ticket, you know? But I've watched people win like 30, 40, 50, even $100 on a scratch off ticket, and you know what they buy?
Yep.
$100 of scratch off tickets.
It's truly just fucking gambling.
Yeah. And you're like, it's so hard to get $100 on a scratch off ticket.
Yeah, it's like you're bouncing around in a fucking dryer. just getting bounced around. Why
Yeah.
would you spend that money on something else?
I've seen it in the same place that they have scratch-off tickets by me. They have a new soda, Pepsi/cream soda, fountain fountain shop soda. It's Pepsi and cream soda combined.
Oh, sounds hideous.
It's so good. And I'm just thinking, like, if I spent all my money on scratch-off, like if I won a bunch of money on scratch-off tickets and then I lost it all buying other scratch-off tickets that were all losers, and then I saw Pepsi and cream soda, and I was like, I could have bought that, but then I spent all the money on losing scratch-off tickets.
Yeah.
You feel like a dickhead.
You do feel like a dickhead.
And thirsty.
And a thirsty dickhead.
A thirsty dickhead.
When I'm going to buy a fucking ticket, like a Powerball or Mega Millions, I usually buy 2 of each. And I'm like, part of it's like, it's a lot of money, buy more. And I'm like, no, asshole, what do you think? Oh, you buy 4 instead of 2, you're going to win $600 million? Stupid shit. Like, I catch myself because that's how that shit starts rolling downhill fast. And I just like, nope, just buy 2.
Buy 2.
If you get lucky, you get lucky.
Here's what you do. You go into the store, you buy 2, then you get a Pepsi/cream soda, a Twix, and a protein bar, and you call it a day.
That's true. Then you're on a sugar rush, and then you buy 2 more, and then you realize I have 8 toes. Yeah.
Plus, more people play when it's like a
Yes.
huge
Oh, yeah, the odds are much worse. Yeah, the odds get so much more difficult.
Yeah. And but everybody,
Well, that's why you get 4 tickets,
That's what
though.
you get for, yeah.
everybody runs through the fantasy of what, like, it's like, I don't care where you are in life. The idea of coming home with 600, like, what do you do? Like, how do you respond? Who do you cut out of your life immediately?
Would you cut people out?
I've already cut people out on this $6 win. I've cut a few people out on this $6 win. It's made me falsely confident. Yeah. Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to, and I have a good life.
Right.
I'm lucky. Like, I imagine if you make, like, you're like making no money and you live in check to check.
Yeah.
And you win that kind of money. I get why people go fucking nuts.
You would be a horrific lottery winner.
Yeah, I would be.
You just buy stupid shit, but not like fun shit.
No.
Like stuff that you think was going to get your life together. Like stuff that you would think is sensible, that everybody around you would be like, what's wrong with this guy?
Yeah.
Like stuff to make your like you buy a lot of organizational stuff. But then you buy that, you buy an even higher apartment with a lot of glass around it.
Yep.
But then you'd have like 100 rolls of flex tape that you'd never use.
I finally got most of the flex tape off, by the way.
Good.
Those people that came, remember I told you the Daisies cleaners? Well, they fucking brought me the miracle product.
They did.
That stuff that you spray, and then it was a miracle product. It got off the flex tape. Yeah, better than the flex tape stuff worked.
Whoa.
So yeah, I finally got my windows together, and I had my mold inspection.
Are you nervous about that?
No, but she said there was 100% saturation in certain parts.
Hey, is that good or bad for mold?
It's not good. Mold likes water.
That's what saturation is generally. I see.
Yep.
I see. That's a bummer.
Yeah. That was not good. She came this week, so hopefully I'll have an answer soon.
Yeah. Brian in Jersey. What's up, Brian?
Good evening.
Hey, buddy.
Hello.
Brian, I can hear you. You're gonna be upset that you missed this call. All right. Sean in Virginia. What's up, Sean?
Hey, how y'all doing today?
Hey, Sean.
That's good. Just calling to see. I was talking all this talk about gambling and contracts. Have you guys seen if you're gonna bet on Luis J. Gomez and going to gas, or are you guys gonna go to Patreon or something?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. Like, I love Lewis and Ralph Sutton. I like. I did Chip there yesterday. That's a great studio.
It's a great studio.
Like, it's amazing what they built over there.
Yeah.
They have a great fucking live studio. I don't know. We're just still getting into that, like where we would go and everything. But there are a lot of options with podcasting. The money is different. The money is not guaranteed. There's different things to consider.
Yeah, there's great. There's so many networks that, like Gas Digital. I think a lot of our fans would go over there. Even like Barstool is not associated with Sirius anymore.
That's right. They're not.
Boom.
You're absolutely right. They're not.
Don't think that I didn't throw a couple of ideas at our guy's way yesterday.
Huh.
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Good.
Yep. And Spotify set the precedent. Apple's going to have to catch up.
Yeah, there's a few different places. So yeah, I love Lewis, and we haven't talked to him or anybody else, but it's possible.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, I like his studio a lot.
Thank you, Sean.
Thanks, Sean.
Y'all have a good one.
What's up, Austin?
Hey, guys.
Hey.
So while I was on hold, you all answered pretty much all my questions, so fuck that. Anyway, hey, I just want to say that I love you guys, and you guys are, when I just need some stupid shit and I run out of chips, then I listen to you guys.
Thank you very much.
That's not really where I want the show to be.
But that's where I deserve to be.
Hey, man, I just wanted to make sure that you guys would keep doing something, and Jimmy wouldn't just be like, "Oh, fuck you guys! I'm just going to go and count change for the rest of my life."
That's
we're not together reluctantly. I have fun on the show. Like I enjoy doing it. Like it's not something I'm looking to get out of. Like I enjoy working with Sam, and I like the people around us. It's a fun gig. It's an easy gig. You're just hanging out, talking to your dumb fucking friends, and
we haven't self-destructed.
No. No.
Thank you, Austin.
All right. Well, hey, you know what? First, Covino and Rich, now you guys. Jesus Christ.
Covino and Rich, Ellis, us.
Yeah.
On the RSS test. So, anyway.
All right.
Thanks, buddy.
Hey, love you guys. Have a great day.
Thanks, man. Yeah, you do realize how many people do self-destruct. Like, I've never been self-destructive during contact like this, but there's been a couple of things in the career that I look back on. I'm like, yeah, I wish I'd done that. Not even radio shit.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, yeah, that was a little self-destructive, mildly. Like, I shouldn't have resisted that option. Like, there's a few things I was like, I kind of wish I had done better on that one.
And we also have the benefit of witnessing people who might have been a little more self-destructive and seeing what that looks like from the outside and going like, okay, don't be that person.
I know what it looks like to watch De Niro go down going, hey, little man, little at the end of Cape Fear. There are people in contract negotiations who turn into fucking Max Cady.
Oh, yeah.
At the end of Cape Fear.
At the beginning, he's very powerful. All his tattoos.
Laughing, having fun.
He really, really, really had that attorney exactly where he wanted him. And then at the end.
Yeah, come out, wherever you are, counselor. Then comes time for the contract over. Hey, little man,
At that, we are, anybody who's just tuning in, signed through November, though. So, don't think that we're not saying goodbye or anything like that.
No. We're here till at least the end of November. So
Yeah. We signed till the end of November so that they'd have time to negotiate.
Yeah. Or I think I'm so conspiratorial. I thought like they just want to keep us so they can try to put us between a rock and a hard place right before Christmas.
Oh, and they're like, you want to buy presents for your family, don't you?
Yeah.
Well, you're not going to be able to. It's like, well, no, I'm not.
We're a destitute.
We're a little better than that. Like, we have side businesses as well.
I've turned down a lot of things because I'm here.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a lot of gigs I can't do just because I have to work. It's like there's things you hate.
There's exclusivity clauses to a contract and timing wise, like you just can't make absolutely everything work. But yeah, of course, I'm the same way.
Yeah. So whatever. It's weird. Like I feel better than I would have thought. Like better than I would have thought.
Because you're okay, regardless. Like there are things that you want to do, there are things that you don't want to do, but you'll be okay. Everybody will be okay.
I didn't feel okay, but then there was somebody, we were taking a ride, and my friend kept yelling at me, "You're going to be okay."
And that made you feel better?
Yes, it did.
Good.
What a great opening to a fucking movie. He's just got Tim Roth is shot in the. Have you ever seen a better actor when he got shot in the stomach? That's what it probably looks like to slide around in your own blood.
Yeah.
And shot in the stomach.
Yeah.
Ooh. I got shot. Who was driving? Oh, that was Keitel was driving.
Keitel was
talking to him.
say,
yeah. Okay. Yeah. But how do you not get fucking roped into Reservoir Dogs watching that opening scene?
Immediately. And then I'm sitting there going like this. Yeah, I don't really like to tip either.
Great conversation.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hate when they stretch things a little bit so they don't get picked up that they're actually pirating something.
Oh, like on YouTube when they put a scene up and they either put it backwards or they stretch out the screen so that so the algorithms don't catch it or whatever.
Yeah.
Or they reverse it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, or they speed it up just slightly.
Yeah, I don't like that.
It's annoying.
You're going to be okay. You're going to be okay.
It is weird that he chose to do it melodically.
Yeah, but what a great that's Harvey.
Just cancel that shit right now. You're hurt real fucking bad.
By the way, hit pause for a second.
You're dying.
I feel like Harvey Keitel sounds like Colin Quinn doing an impression of Harvey Keitel.
You're gonna be okay. You fucking got a good shot. It's a really bad one. Let me see. Yeah, let's see the beginning. You're right. He did the melodic choice was great. It's not how I would have done it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I can't. She killed me, man. Who the fucking got that? Hey, let's cancel that shit right now.
Oh.
You're hurt. You're hurt real fucking bad.
Yeah. God
You ain't
damn.
dying.
Do you know how badly I would do in this scene? Ow! Ow! Ow!
It's my stomach.
Right, my stomach is shot. I would sound like Gilbert. I would do a terrible job.
I can feel the bullet. Ow!
Ow! It hit my colon.
Who shot Who shot the parrot from Aladdin? Iago is complaining back there.
Wow.
I was scared the shit out of me, Larry. I'm gonna
You wouldn't
die
do this
now.
well, Jim.
You wouldn't do Bobcat?
Yeah, it does sound like Bobcat. But that's just he looks terrified.
The desperation.
He looks like he can't.
great.
He's talking choppy.
Yeah.
Like just drop me off at the fucking hospital. Like
It's almost like you revert to being a child
yeah,
because you're
Also,
helpless.
he's still hiding the fact that he's the
a
cop.
police officer. Yeah,
That's true. Forgot about that.
Like-
Spoiler alert.
because
Yeah,
he needs Larry to not kill him.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I didn't realize you had a degree in medicine. Are you a doctor? Are you a doctor? Answer me, please. Are you a doctor? Huh?
But he actually gives a real answer.
No.
So you admit you don't know what you're talking about. So, if you're through giving me your amateur opinion, slide back and listen to the news. I'm taking you back to the rendezvous. Joe's gonna get you a doctor. The doctor's gonna fix you up. And you're gonna be okay. Now say it. You're gonna be okay. Say it. You're gonna be okay.
The panic.
Say the goddamn words. You're gonna be okay.
So great.
Oh, God. Say the goddamn fucking words.
That's how the director would be talking to me.
Yeah.
I would be forgetting my lines.
That's actually how our agent was talking to me on the phone yesterday.
Yeah, you're gonna be okay. As I'm bleeding from the asshole.
Simon in Pennsylvania.
Hello.
You there, Simon?
Sam.
Yes.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah. Hey, I was just tuning in this morning, and you guys are signed through November. That's all well and good, but who knows after that? I'm telling you what, I downgraded my subscription because I couldn't stand Stern anymore, and they shit can Jason Ellis, they shit can Cavino and Rich, and if they shit can you guys, I'm going to shit can my subscription.
Oh.
Totally. It's ridiculous. I mean, you guys are, I like Bennington. I love, the bonfire
Yeah.
and everything. But you guys are what I listen to in the morning.
Well, thank you. Yeah, Bennington's great.
Thank you.
Bonfire's a great show, but you can't do you have to have more than 2 shows that you love.
Yeah, especially to subscribe to a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tom, I think Tom in Boston has figured out what needs to be done.
Okay.
What's up, Tom?
Hey, boys.
Hey, buddy.
First off, I just want to get my one last phone call in before you can.
Well,
And when I do cancel my subscription, I'm definitely going to be working in predictable, rigid. I fucked it up.
Ow.
Predictable corporate rigidity. Yes,
You're
you
gonna write
did.
a letter.
Thank you.
that,
I'm
No,
going to
you-
write that down.
Tom.
I fucked it up.
Well, luckily we're here till November, so you
Yeah.
can make another phone call to make up for this one.
All right, I will. Thanks, boys.
Now, you're like
Bye.
me on an audition. You're like corporate predictable. Goodbye.
Can I do that again? No, we got it.
No, we'll cut it together. I'll never forget that. My audition was so fucking bad. She said, no, we'll cut it together. Like, I'm so dumb, I think she's going to be in the editing room
Yeah.
piecing together an
They're-
audition.
They're gonna go into iMovie
Yeah.
to make you look good. Do you think
Yeah.
that's what was gonna?
No, I think the sound, that that sound when you empty the trash, I believe that's where my tape went.
Ping.
Yeah. Empty trash.
Ping.
Yep, we're never taking it back.
Uh,
God, I can't. I'm fucking blind. I can hardly read the monitor.
that made me think of that song.
Kiss?
I can
Gone
see-
blind?
Not Kiss, Corn.
What?
Blind.
Oh, no, Going Blind is Kiss.
Oh.
It's a better song.
You think?
Love it.
What?
Love Going Blind.
All right, let me hear Kiss Going Blind. I'll tell you, I don't
It's
even...
very old. It's one of my favorite Kiss songs.
Really? It's a Kiss song that's very old? I wouldn't have thought that.
That's a great point. You probably didn't know that. I didn't mean to add that.
No.
What's up, fellas?
Hi, Kyle.
Hey, I know y'all are talking about y'all's contract and how that's going and stuff, but I was also curious, as much as we hate Travis and love Troy, are they included in this as well? Or is it just mainly, because I know, Jim, didn't you say you're some type of independent contractor that, and then Sam is with Sirius, or I don't know.
Yes, we have different, we're different employee types, but again, the show is the show. Like, I'm an independent contractor. I've always been an independent contractor, and Sam started differently, so he just kind of continued.
Yeah, I'm an employee. But yeah, I mean, everybody is an employee here. So,
sure.
Yes, short answer, we don't know.
We don't know.
So if you were to go to somewhere else, hypothetically, you would take them with you? As what,
would love to.
Sure.
And just move to another show.
I mean,
we'll see if I'm available.
Sirius kind of put them with somebody else because they're...
Hopefully, we would hope that Sirius would put them with somebody else, and we could get one of the many more polished podcast producers that are out there.
Well, yeah, we all want a better show.
That would be the hope, that maybe I'll see what the guy from Are You Garbage is doing.
Yeah.
Or I think Lewis has a couple of people in his
Homeless
staff.
Pimp does an amazing job for Chris.
Homeless
We've all got
Pimp.
our skill sets. Like,
Sure.
Homeless Pimp's incredible at what he does.
That's true,
That's
unfortunately, but none of the people that I just mentioned will make you feel like a shithead first thing in the morning.
That's right. So basically, we want somebody between the ages of 21 and 25.
Yeah.
Who grew up with the internet. And,
yeah.
All right, we'll figure it out.
None of them will get your Kiss
concerned at the end
references.
of Disney World, so,
Neither did we.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys didn't.
Thank you, buddy.
Take care.
Thanks,
All right,
Kyle.
Yeah.
Lisa in Illinois. What's up, Lisa?
I just wanted to tell you guys that it's very hard for me to find anyone that I like on the radio.
I get
And
that.
I absolutely adore you guys. Sorry, I have a cold.
That's okay. You sound good, Marge.
If they cancel your program, I will cancel my subscription as well.
Oh.
You guys are one of the few that I listen to, so I really appreciate you in the morning.
Thank
you very much.
Thank you. Hope your cold gets better. She has a cold. It's kind of a sexy voice, though. It's a raspy voice. That's a long night she had last night.
Yeah, like a hard living voice.
That's not just a cold.
Mm-mm.
You know,
That's a cold with some scotch and Marlboros thrown in there.
That's the first thing she does every morning is she opens that fucking door of her house that's up on bricks and goes and spits out the window.
Oh yeah, and it's neon.
Yeah.
It's either brown. That's how she knows how she's doing this morning. It's either brown or neon yellow.
Oh, yeah. That cold, that feeling you get. But it's a good feeling when you hawk it up and get rid of it. Doesn't that feel like you've accomplished something?
Temporarily, it does.
Yeah.
Because if you feel clear for a second, you feel like you've gotten something out of your system.
That's right.
That's how Sirius sees us.
Absolutely. like literally, we're just phlegm.
Yeah, they got to hawk us out.
Yeah.
Chandler in Alberta. What's up, Chandler?
Oh, not much, man. I'm a fan from way back, guys, where, listened from way back when where it was unsafe to pilot a vehicle and listen to you guys because you'd start laughing, almost wreck your vehicle.
Oh, thank you.
It's one of those things, like, I've got it in the new truck. They call me up constantly for Sirius saying, hey, $1 for 3 months. And with everybody they fired, they would have to hire them all back tomorrow to get $1 out of my fucking pocket when I'll spend $35 a month on YouTube and listen to you guys there. Wherever you guys want to go, if you do go, I will follow you there. But Sirius has been consistently dog shit across the thing. I will not pay for them. I will not support them. I'll support you guys. Like, if you do something, maybe, Jim, you do a piece.
We didn't hang up on him.
I know, somebody from down the hall. Mars just got nervous and hung up the phone. I don't know, guys. I don't know. They're not firing engineers.
Mars didn't get nervous. He was trying to make the call better. And he accidentally. Sir, if you're hearing us, call back. We really didn't hang up on you. And of course, it's a guy that loves us.
It would have been genius to hang up on him. I'll support you. I'll pay triple to get your click.
That's all we needed. Click. Yeah, call back.
Rick in Wisconsin. What's up, Rick?
Hey, Jim. Hey, Sam.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, just wanted to call and say thank you for all that you guys do for us truck drivers over the road. You guys became like family to me. And Jim, thank
Oh yeah, they're
them
fun.
kiss shirts.
I heard you say, Jim. What was the next thing you said? Sorry. Oh wait, you said kiss shirts. Did you bring me kiss shirts?
Yeah, I was the guy that brought you the kiss
I
shirt.
remember you. Yeah, that was at the gig in Wisconsin. It was
Madison.
Madison, Wisconsin. Yeah, that fucking comedy on state. Thank you, man. I remember that. I have those.
Yeah.
That was a great gift. Thank you for bringing those.
Oh, no problem. It was a pleasure getting to see you and getting to meet you. It was an awesome time.
Thank you, man,
My
very
wife,
much.
It was her first comedy show, and she loved it.
Yeah, I'm a really good one to break a lady in on. Because they get to see the guy can be funny and sensual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a sensuality to Jim's shows.
Yeah, sensuality. Thanks a lot, man. Thanks for
Rick.
those shirts. That was nice of you, Rick.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, pal. Be good.
And we'll clearly, since we've signed through November of this year, so, another 5 weeks, we'll obviously keep you all abreast of everything that's happening as we go.
Yeah, it is what it is. I mean,
It is
again,
what it
we
is.
can only say that. And I've always been a pretty good hint taker.
But a bit of a fatalist.
Yeah, I am. But
However, this one, I'm not sitting here going like, what are you talking about, Jim?
This one, I'm like, yeah, I know what they're doing.
Yeah.
This is their way of going, hey, if you want to go, go. We're okay either way. And I'm like, all right.
Yeah, maybe.
It's not, it's not a fuck you. It's not we hate your guts. It's not.
Yeah.
But it's like, we'll keep you if you'll, like the girl. If you let me come home on Saturday night whenever I want,
No
you don't question
explanations.
it, we can still date.
Yeah.
And after a while, you got to go, I don't think so.
Well, a lot of people are finding that that second wind of careers and things like that. I don't know if you saw, but our the person that we got to know, I know that you loved the HBO QAnon documentary as much as I did. Remember we had we had Colin Hallback. That's his name, right?
I think so.
Huh?
Cullen.
Cullen, right. Yeah, he was on.
It should honestly be Colin. No,
Colin, yeah, fucking the big Q. The big fucking Q stands for Quinn.
Colin Hallback, yeah. But did you hear about what Ron Watkins is up to?
I did not know.
Oh, it's great. Ron Watkins, who by the end of it's like a 4-part, it's still on HBO Max. You guys should check it out if you haven't.
Jim is the father, Ron's the younger guy.
Yes. Right. Jim Watkins is the older guy. Ron Watkins, he's the young guy that was doing a lot behind the scenes at first 8chan and then 8kun.
Code Monkey?
Code Monkey. That's our guy.
Yeah.
He really came across looking like Q by the end of the thing.
Honestly,
and Cullen made no secret about the fact that he's like, no, I'm positive. Like, he really thinks that Ron Watkins is Q.
Yep.
Ron has decided to run for office in Arizona. He's decided to throw his hat into the political ring, and he is running for office. Could you go back up to the headline? I don't want it the office wrong. He's he's running for, that's what I thought it was, Congress. He's running for Congress in Arizona. And I think this might have been, the interview I was reading with him. The Daily Beast interviewed him, and he was like, I don't know why Colin thinks I'm Q. I'm definitely not. I've never even posted as Q. Like, I'm definitely not Q. And they were like, you're speaking at a Q event. He was like, it's not a Q event. And they go, there's a Q on the poster. He's like, what? What do you mean? And they're like, and the number 17 is on there. He's like, that's just a number. Read these here he goes. Further cementing the conference's QAnon ties, a poster for the event features both Q and 17, an important number for QAnon believers, since Q is the 17th letter of the alphabet. When asked about it, Ron Watkins responded, the number 17 is just an auspicious number. While his
volunteer campaign manager.
his campaign manager was quoted saying, Ron, oh God.
What's that mean?
He doesn't want Ron to talk about the QAnon stuff.
Yeah, it's wow. Now, by the way, is Q still posting?
No, Q stopped posting after the election
because Trump didn't get put back in, and there was nothing, I guess, more to say.
Right. Q
didn't
stopped.
say like, "Hey, it's been fun."
Yeah. Ooh, was that Q?
No, you mentioned fun.
Oh. Yeah, Q basically. He kind of tapped out. And And when the way he tapped out, didn't it make it seem like it was a LARP?
Yeah.
Like it made it seem like, no, the bit's over. But so many people had dedicated their lives to it that it was like, what do you mean the bit? Huh? No. Because remember at the inauguration, people were convinced that there was going to be a military tribunal. They came around and rounded everybody up and put Trump back in there. And it was like, no.
It's not happening.
It's not a thing.
It's not happening.
Like, this is made up, make-believe.
You're literally listening to a guy who's just good on computers.
Yeah. He's a troll. He's a professional troll.
And a smart guy.
Very smart guy.
Very, I love how that one guy who's like, we both know this is not because he was the original poster.
Yeah.
And he just kind of took it.
Yeah.
Genius. So, yeah, it'd be fun to watch him run. We should interview him. I'd love to talk to him.
That's true. We reach Arizona.
Oh, of course we do. We reach everywhere.
The whole time just being like, you're cute, right? No. Why? Huh? No, I don't even really know. They were like, hey, you relaunched the website. He was like, yeah. He's like, how did Q post before the website went public? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Oh, that's weird. No, I don't know. It was like so obvious. But yeah, he's running for office now, so
good for him. Well, good luck. I hope he wins. It'll be keep things, yeah. Why not? To keep things interesting.
Yeah, spice things up, right?
Yeah.
What else are we doing?
The phone lines are lit. Which is nice.
I don't want to.
Oh wait, Chandler. Let's go back to Chandler because we hung up on him. He was being very kind. Hi, Chandler.
Chandler, sorry, buddy.
We didn't hang up on you, I mean.
Hey guys, it was perfect timing too because I was going for a joke and it's like, no, fuck you, pack up, take your humor somewhere else.
What was the joke? We didn't hear the joke.
The joke was if you were going to go to Patreon and his Sam was going to go to OnlyFans.
I can bring home the bacon, fry it up in the pan.
Oh, yours was better.
I don't know if I like that line, but
no wonder they want us gone. I hit the button at the wrong time. Apologize.
Honestly, we were both looking at our boards instead of looking at each other.
I know, but I actually looked down and I almost that I didn't like that line.
Better. Yeah, and you know what else is good for both of us?
Where did you learn your trade? You stupid fucking cunt, you idiot.
I know. Yeah, sorry. No, but I'm good at this job. April Fools. All right. Thanks for calling, fella.
Yeah, thanks Chandler.
Thanks, guys.
All right.
Larry in Las Vegas. What's up, Larry?
Good evening.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
So this is pretty fucked up if you guys can't make it back because I really do look forward to listening to your guys' show every morning. It's the only thing I really listen to.
Thank you.
The only place you can get Fatty Piggy Boy.
Yeah. Well, Fat the Piggy Boy will follow me wherever I go because people sing it.
That's your IP.
It's a hit.
That's your IP.
Yeah. Yep.
Can you guys bring this quality production to a podcast? Because I don't see it in a lot of podcasts. They don't have bits and topics and Mike Montone.
Mainly Mike Montone.
You know what it is? Like a guy like Corolla does because he's a radio guy. A lot of podcasters who are great are not radio. They haven't been doing a daily show for a long time. So yeah, anything we do here, we can do on a podcast. Easily. Yeah, because it's, and it'd probably be tighter because we'd have to do 3 hours a day. You do a few hours a week.
Yeah.
Well, I love you guys and hope you stay on the air.
Thanks,
all right, thanks, buddy. Masood in Toronto. What's up, Masood?
Hey, guys. Just wanted to quickly take a minute to say, I've been a long-time listener, probably 9 or 10 years. Sam, I remember you saying that the goal of a show is to get a fan base where they turn on the station and it just plays in the background. And I think that's where I sit. I turn you guys on in the morning, and it's familiarity. Like I know, what's going on. I'm sort of paying attention, but it's just sort of there in the background. So I really hope you guys are around for the long haul. And just saying, thanks for all the great laughs. I'm sure people driving along beside me have thought at times I was a nut job, just laughing hysterically at some of the shit that you guys do. So it's been,
especially if they were listening to the show, they're probably, what the fuck is he laughing at? Stinks. Thanks a lot, man.
Thank you, Masood.
Thanks, guys.
That is. Yeah, it's it's not the podcast model, but that's the old radio model. That's why Francesa could get away with doing a lousy show for so long.
Yeah,
because it's just
there.
The voice. It doesn't matter what he's saying.
Yeah, Plus, I like in a post office. I remember going to the post office here in Francesa. I'm like, that's why he's so big too, because guys can listen to him at work. He's not going to curse. He's not
Every
gonna,
bodega.
No topics that are fucked up. Yeah, just New York sports.
Every bodega Francesa was on. Chuck in North Carolina. What's up, Chuck?
Hey, Chuck.
Listen, I was wondering if y'all was to leave and go to one of those podcasts. I listen to all my stuff on my phone while I'm doing shit.
Yep.
Is it possible to still listen and call in, or you got to get off of the podcast and then call? And
First of all,
Yeah,
I love that Chuck's biggest problem is like, well, if these guys go on the internet, how am I going to get my ass on the air?
That is a good point.
Hell, I love to call y'all, man. Y'all took me through some rough times, man. My mother died, and I didn't have nothing to do but grieve, and I listened to y'all. I mean, y'all do a lot more things than you really think.
Well, I appreciate
Well,
that.
thanks, Chuck. Yeah, we figured there will be a way to have live call-ins. Podcasts are always
Definitely.
pre-taped, but there's also an element of doing live that I love.
I mean, you could just do it live on YouTube and then put it out as a podcast.
Absolutely. Yeah, there's a way to do that.
Yeah.
There's a way to do it.
I mean,
Maybe
I'm
Chuck
already
can hire
doing.
you.
Go ahead.
Maybe Chuck can hire you.
Wherever I
That's true. He's got
wherever y'all
money.
go, I'm with you, man.
Thanks,
All
man.
right. We might do it from the back of your truck, dude.
Hey, Sam.
Yeah?
Tell your dad I said hey.
Oh, he doesn't like you. You know that.
Oh, he doesn't like Chuck?
No, Chuck used to call in when I was doing late nights by myself, and I let him know the hard truth then that my daddy goes like, I like all these callers, but I think Chuck's putting it on. I'm like, Chuck's not putting it on, but because my dad was like born in Kentucky, his whole family's Southern, so I think when Chuck has so much pride in the accent and everything, you know, my dad gets sensitive about the stereotypes being proven to be true.
Don't forget, your dad abandoned that part of the country and left for Britain.
He did.
And left, so he might have lost the accent.
He did.
Chuck stayed there.
He
Chuck
did.
has been in the shit, so Chuck is
He's
still
true to
that.
it. He's
Chuck
true to
reminds your dad of who he is.
Who he really is.
I am shit. I'll see y'all, man. Have a good day.
All right, buddy.
I'll
Thank
talk
you.
to you later. Yeah, when a few years ago, when my dad took us on a tour of the neighborhood he was born in, and we saw the birthing house. Like, there's a house that everybody gets born in. Like, all the pregnant ladies just go to this house, and they have their kids in the house.
Hillbillies.
Yeah, and then, like, he drove, like, just down the road. He was like, that's the school. And I'm like, that's one room. Like, it was a building with probably 2 classrooms in it. He's like, yeah, that's where everybody just goes to school. It's just school for everybody.
And it's still there.
Oh, of course it's still there. It's right outside of Paducah, Kentucky.
That name really bothers me.
It's the Sticks.
Yeah, it sure is.
It's the Sticks. All right.
Yeah, thanks for the calls. People are very, very supportive.
Yeah.
But we don't feel devastated. It's not like there's a devastating,
Yeah.
I've been in, every time in the business something has happened that it at one point seems like it sucks. There's always something, like when O&A first got canceled.
Well,
Tough Crowd came right after that. Like, you know what I mean? There's always something that moves. It's always some kind of forward momentum.
Jim sat me down yesterday because I was in a state, and I needed to sit under the learning tree, which has been the best part of the show.
Yeah, that's my nickname for my balls.
That's right. And Jim looked at me right in the eyes and he said, Sam, something I've learned in this business is when God shuts a door, he leaves a window open. And I said, Jim, that is such wisdom.
No, what happened was I dropped a gasser and I shut the door and I said, I wish the window wasn't open.
Oh, okay. I misheard. I was in a state, like I said.
Sam was very upset.
I was in a state. What can I tell you?
I wanted him to enjoy my putrescence.
You know, on a positive note, something that I did discover yesterday is maybe I've been too hard on Pitbull all these years.
Oh.
You know?
Why do you say that?
Well, because, I've said that I'm not the biggest fan of Pitbull in the world. But I guess yesterday or last night or whatever, there's a time difference. Pitbull was doing a concert in Saudi Arabia, in Riyadh. And you know who introduced Pitbull on stage in his concert in Saudi Arabia? First of all, the fact that, like, Pitbull is just going over. Can you imagine having a show that's that universal? that you just take your show and you're like, yeah, we'll just go to Saudi Arabia and do it. It's the same show you're going to get in the Nassau Coliseum.
Yeah, maybe a little less cursing or whatever, but music.
He doesn't even curse.
Oh, he doesn't curse.
Pitbull doesn't really curse, I don't think.
Yeah.
You know? The Undertaker introduced him last night on stage.
Now, is WWE over there right now?
Yeah, I mean, they're doing a pay-per-view there. Actually starts at like noon or something like that today. Because the time difference, like it's tonight. But yeah, it starts, I think it's like right after the show. I'm going to watch it. But yeah, The Undertaker isn't booked on the show. So a lot of wrestling fans started like going like, oh, maybe The Undertaker's going to show up. Maybe that's why he's over there. But when Pitbull flew him out or the WWE flew him out, he must have got paid a lot of money to introduce Pitbull.
If The Undertaker wanted to go to Saudi Arabia just to do a few of appearances, would WWE fly him out even if he wasn't working?
I think so, but I bet the Prince flew him out.
I forgot. Yeah.
You know, this is a PR thing for them. So I bet the Prince flew him out.
That's right. I totally forgot.
And he just jumped up on stage in his Undertaker coat, in his Undertaker hat, the whole deal.
Let's see what he said.
And it is my extreme honor
They're playing the Undertaker music.
to introduce to you a man that is known around the world. He is Mr. 305. He is Mr. Worldwide. He is the Grammy Award-winning international superstar.
Yeah, it's a big deal. It's The Undertaker.
Hold on.
No.
He's a superstar.
Big deal. It's The Undertaker.
Oh, he's a superstar. Let's go back and hear that part again. Oh, no. He's the international superstar. Oh, no.
International superstar.
He made a mistake. He's dead. It
Big
happens.
deal. He's a dead man.
He's
you
a
know what I
dead man.
mean?
He makes mistakes.
He beat Hulk Hogan.
Sure.
so close.
You know.
He's a superstar.
I mean, for God's sakes, he's been in there with Brock Lesnar.
Sure he has.
You
He's
know.
a WWE superstar.
Yeah, he's a superstar.
Oh, Travis, how dare you? I mean, the stuff he's gone through. His brother burned his whole family down.
That's true.
That's a good point.
You know.
Yeah.
I mean, technically it was his stepbrother because Paul Bearer slept with his mom, but
you know.
But he's good. What I'm saying is he's been through a lot.
Yeah, from stoop to nuts.
I'd like to hear the rest of it, but okay.
They shot him from behind.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, look, it's going to be tough for me to say anything unkind about Pitbull.
Yeah.
After the Undertaker gave him the cosign.
He's a superstar.
We all slip on our words sometimes.
Sure. Just not in front of stadiums.
I thought it was a bigger deal that The Undertaker was there in gimmick.
It was amazing. Did they pay him for that?
Oof, that's a nice check. That's a big fat check to fly from Texas.
Yeah. And you're probably on a nice big plane.
Nice big plane.
With one of those real first classes.
Maybe you even get one of those hotel room planes.
If they're flying that way, yeah. I'm sure.
Yeah. You know, where they got the suites in first class?
Etihad, I think, has those. And there's a guy who does the guys. You ever see the video of the guy who's like the most expensive plane ticket in the world?
Yeah,
Fuck.
I watched the.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Troy had to be psyched to see The Undertaker give Pitbull the cosign. Because Troy's a big Pitbull guy from way back.
Putting his brand new headphones on.
Oh, okay. He doesn't want to be accused of being passive aggressive anymore?
No.
Troy, you're excited to see Pitbull get his props from The Undertaker?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
You guys have been sleeping on him for a long time.
I like Pitbull. I went and saw him when he was live in. I went and saw him.
Well, there was a lot of shit talking going on from other people.
Oh yeah, not by me.
No, that's true. That's true. But when I heard The Undertaker say, "Make some noise," I was like, "I'll do it. Whatever you say, dead man. Whatever you say, I'm on your team."
Pitbull's still the man. I've been telling you guys.
That's a lot more people.
750,000 people were there to see Pitbull and The Undertaker.
Wow. That's not COVID safe.
I literally thought there might have been a couple thousand people. That is a fucking massive.
750,000
I guess it's like the
people.
thing there, huh?
It's the thing.
What is that place?
No, I mean like Riyadh season or whatever.
Yeah.
Is Riyadh season a time? Like,
yeah, it's their bit. Like they put a whole bunch of
says,
events together.
Opening ceremony of Riyadh season.
Yeah.
Wow.
Jesus.
Why are they all running over there? Do they hear like music or something, or is
It's
it
a good spot. That's probably when they just open.
they open the doors? Yeah,
Probably want to see the Undertaker.
Yeah, they're like, oh shit, I heard the Undertaker.
Undertaker's here
for Pitbull.
Yeah, 2 superstars.
Don't bring that up again. Please don't say that again.
My bad.
Thanks.
I didn't mean to do that.
Oh, okay. All right. Everybody makes mistakes. Clearly, we've
Yeah, see,
learned.
like they're opening the gates, and everybody runs in.
I'm sure that's why WWE is there today.
For a reality season?
Like I'm
There
sure
you go.
that's
one
they
of the
booked
events.
pay-per-view specifically around this season.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind. I like when I see those planes with the suites in first class. Have you seen those ones that have like a living room and a bedroom?
Yeah, that's I think Etihad. That was like a $30,000 ticket, $25,000 ticket.
It's like it has a living room and then a private bathroom and then full size like
Shower,
a
small
shower
yeah.
in the bathroom, and then full size like a bedroom with a king bed in it. And it makes
It's not
me,
a king bed. Is it a king bed?
or it's at least a queen bed.
That's pretty big. That bed. Look at that.
Yeah, it's a big bed. I seen vloggers get to do it.
Yeah. And they probably get a free ticket in order to
to
make a
promo
great
it.
video. Yeah. We'll fly you there and back and make a great video for us.
Yeah, because it's not like it's like a vlogger that gets 15,000 views. It's a vlogger getting millions of views.
Yeah. Well, you Google best plane tickets. There's, it's amazing. It's an amazing.
I mean, it's basically a commercial.
Yeah. For free. You're doing a commercial for free for the tickets.
For the tickets.
And whatever money you make off your views.
Definitely. And there's definitely a lot of money being made off those views. But yeah, I mean, that's the type, when I see that stuff,
the A380, yeah.
It makes me want to just fly there, maybe go grab something to eat and fly right home. Like, I don't know that the hotel room that I'd be staying at would be as nice. I mean, I guess if you're paying.
If you can afford a $25,000 ticket, you're not going to a fucking, a Days Inn.
But that's what I do.
That's very nice.
I take the flight to wherever, try to find a Denny's, get something to eat, get right back on the plane to go home. I'd want to live in the plane. Look at that.
How amazing is that? Like, there's a giant fucking seat with a big footrest and a whole like a whole living room space.
There's 2 seats, so you could have a guest in there.
There's a hallway. Yeah.
You think a lady would be impressed?
How could she not be?
How could she not?
How could she not be?
You get pajamas. They give you pajamas.
I would wear them there. I got them once flying to Australia, and why not put them on? Because you can't go online. On
well, yeah, you don't have the internet. You might as well put some pajamas on.
Yeah, it's to give the businessman a break. Yeah, I would fly there I would go to a destination just to take the flight.
Yeah.
Oh, some of the Singapore suites can be combined to form a super, or if you will, stupor suite.
I won't.
A stupor suite.
I absolutely
is nice.
will. Actually, I'm glad you said it because I absolutely will not.
All right. Different strokes.
I wish you'd have them.
Yeah, you can make a 100 square foot palace in the sky, as they call it.
I want a palace in the sky.
Yeah, right? These are nice. This is much better than Comfort Plus.
Way better than Comfort Plus. Although Comfort Plus is nice.
It's great.
It is nice.
This is better.
Lots of foot room in Comfort Plus.
Lots of foot room. More than you expect.
I never worry about overhead space. But I'll bet you don't have to worry about overhead space when you have a palace in the sky.
No. Cathay Pacific is another one.
You could just bring your bags in with you.
Yeah.
Put them on the bed.
Jonathan's flown all these. Some of these they actually pick you up and take you to the airport right before.
He's flown in the suite?
Not in the suite, but on Cathay Pacific. He said it's an amazing airline.
But does he fly first or business?
He has a lot of miles, so I think he upgrades sometimes. He'll fly business, but I mean, or he might even upgrade to business from like he knows the systems and he has a lot of miles.
He'd be fun to fly with. He would know how to get you on the fun planes.
Yeah, I guess he would.
Unless you're going to Australia with him.
Yeah, then you're going to end up on a flight with no internet. You're going to be just like refreshing Twitter and it's not going to work the whole time. It's going to be a bummer.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Nice plane.
A great plane.
Should we take a break?
You think The Undertaker got a palace in the sky?
Probably, yeah. Of course.
That's so sick. Except he's so big that I'll bet the shower was so like, I wish the shower was a little bigger.
Yeah, but if you're putting somebody out there in front of 700,000 people, a guy that famous.
750.
Yeah.
You could technically, you would up it to 800,000 if you were going to go one or the other.
True.
Yeah.
I'm sure you got a good flight.
A great flight, a big check. What a great way to spend a couple days, huh? Probably going to go out today at the pay-per-view. Just take one of the current wrestlers, beat the shit out of him real quick, and come home.
He'll have dinner with the Prince.
He definitely will.
That's probably one of the
things. Do you think the Prince knows good restaurants?
Yeah, but they probably just come to his house and cook.
They really do.
You're eating in a palace.
They really do. You probably got Chef Gordon Ramsay on call.
It's secure. It's safe. No one's gonna bother you. You get a fucking escort back to your hotel room, police escort.
You get Chef Gordon Ramsay. You put him on one of those sweet planes. You get him to come over your house, make eggs for you in the morning. What a life.
It's a great life. But I'll never be flown out like that.
You don't think so?
No, my act is too dirty. I mean,
you don't think that they would want you in front of 750,000 people?
I wouldn't do well.
No?
Russell Peters would do well.
He's on a
Russell Peters, they would have cheered if he walked out. They all know him in Saudi Arabia. The royal family knows him.
Is he bigger than The Undertaker over there?
No, I don't think anyone's bigger than The Undertaker anywhere. But
That's
I mean,
sick.
He could have walked out and at least people would have known him.
You think Undertaker's the biggest celebrity in the world?
No.
Oh.
No.
Oh.
No, I don't.
I got excited for a sec.
No.
I kind of do.
He's the biggest celebrity in the underworld.
Ooh.
No wonder they don't want us anymore. I don't blame them.
Lisa Ann is going to be joining us in a little while this morning. We're going to take our first break.
Yep.
We'll be right back. Stay there. By the way, I should have mentioned before break, but I'm on Peacock this morning as well.
Why?
The ultimate WWE Crown show. There is a show on Peacock that I get to go on and do fantasy wrestling booking. It is so crazy that it exists as a show because it's perfect, you know? But we go through and we create the ultimate Queen's Crown and King of the Ring tournament. I think it'll be live at 10, but we'll still be on the air, so you can watch it at 11. But
That's great.
Yeah, I'll be on Peacock again. Just go to Peacock and look up the Ultimate Show, WWE Ultimate Show, and there'll be a new episode up there as soon as the show's over.
So, are you doing it live?
No, it's not live.
Oh, it's taped. Okay.
Yeah, that's because it's airing live at 10, but we'll still be.
Okay.
Yeah. So
good for you.
Yeah. So check me out on Peacock right after the show.
Yes, and maybe a lot after November.
Well, yeah, we'll do some more.
Maybe full time on Peacock.
Hey. You know, that's what we were saying. Lots of hooks in the water.
Yeah.
You know, it's not a problem.
It would be funny if they said, we'd like you guys to go to Peacock, but Jim, you're just going to have to, they have like on a small role, like on like a sidekick, come in the room once in a while role.
How great would it be if they were like, we want you guys, but we want it to be a wrestling show.
with Jim leading it.
Yeah. Jim, you set up topics of the day, and Sam, you just had a little commentary here and there.
All right. Well, the Wrestlers Mania, the Undertaker has gone over there, and it looks to me like there's going to be a match.
Sam, comment?
What do you got?
Yeah, there very well may be a match, Jim.
That's right. What am I paying for? He doesn't know what he's talking about.
God damn it.
Yeah, I'd be bringing up CM Punk to be like, he's not with us anymore.
Yeah. Why the fuck did he say that? Yeah. It would be funny as we were exploring other projects to do a parody wrestling podcast where you actually did attempt to lead a wrestling podcast. Oh. How great would it be?
It's crazy. I watched the match last night. And I get everything wrong because I probably would.
Yeah. I would love it.
Yeah. I would love to interview some of those guys and just ask, like, not prepare at all.
I mean, we had the Bella Twins in here years ago. And it was still when Nikki Bella and John Cena were together as a couple.
Yep.
And she mentioned her fiance at the time. And you were like, is your fiance, do we know him? And she was like, yeah, he's John Cena. That's the thing that everybody knows. And this is a quote. Oh, is he a wrestler?
Did I say that? I was probably kidding.
You were kidding because at the time there had been you had caught wind that some of the wrestling fans that would hear our interviews were getting tired of your lack of knowledge.
So they didn't like it.
No, so instead of adjusting yourself to meet their satisfaction, you decided to further dig under their skin.
That's one thing I'm going to do. The Jim Norton Wrestling Podcast.
Without me.
I think no, I might have to just because I think that I carry a different type of knowledge.
I see. I see. Okay. No, that makes sense. That's probably the way to go.
I'd have to watch wrestling. Catch up a little bit.
Yeah, but you get it. I mean, Bob Backlund, you've got your foundation.
Yeah, this guy has a very Chief J Strongbow vibe.
Everybody.
Yeah, they would be like, this fucking sucks.
Yeah, what's he talking about? This doesn't remind me of Chief J Strongbow at all.
Yeah.
Who's even talking about Chief J Strongbow?
Yeah, but I would have to look at the list of the names of who's wrestling.
Right, you get some of the names wrong every now and
I
then.
might.
But, you know,
Who are these guys? So he's babyface, and
he's babyface.
You don't think people would like it?
No, you complain that like all the new guys that are very famous, you'd be like, nobody even knows this guy. Where's Chief J Strongbone?
Who is this
Bob
guy?
Backlund?
Yeah, exactly. The Iron Sheik did this.
Yeah, this guy can't knee walk to save his life.
Yeah, I'm going to do the Jim Norton wrestling podcast.
It could be good.
I think so.
It could be a hit.
People would, they would hate it.
Hate it.
And some people would listen to it.
And that's really the goal of any podcast.
It really is.
So is it looking like Brian Laundrie is a dead guy?
Looks like he is. He probably killed himself, yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right. It seems like the cops are saying that they found his items, right? And then they found remains, human remains. Is that right?
Yeah.
I don't think they've said if it's human.
Yeah,
or
they
not.
just
said remains.
No, they said human remains in one of the other articles. They said the parents told them where to search a month ago. So the parents maybe were helpful, and it's a spot they're just looking at.
Oh.
It was in...
It says human remains, yeah.
It was in the area that the parents told them to, but this specific area had been underwater for a while.
Wasn't the part the dog went to?
No.
Wow, so people were right that he did maybe... I don't know if he drowned or if he drowned himself on purpose, but...
Oh, it might have been one of those, like that stupid movie, the Pearl Jam movie, where the guy goes in the woods.
Into the Wild?
Into the
Hate
Wild.
that movie.
I hated that
Great
guy.
soundtrack.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah,
One of
I'm
the
not a big
worst.
Eddie Vedder guy, but that song is amazing.
Suicide by Alligator, maybe?
I wish you would commit it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Talking about me.
Yeah, I would encourage you to go back to Disney World.
Yeah. I wish you thought it was just an ugly dog and went to scooch under its chin. Took your fucking arm off.
Yeah. Every time Travis goes to Disney World, I send him texts going, "What's the edge of the beach like?"
Yeah, exactly. Why don't you go doze off? Yeah, he might be dead.
Yeah,
his
it says,
belongings, yeah.
The Laundrie family lawyer says it's likely his remains found in Florida belong to Brian. And they reveal they were discovered near the entrance to the reserve where his parents told cops to search a month ago. The FBI specifically says he's a person of interest in the murder of Gabby Petito. I mean, I knew that part. I thought that was pretty well established.
Well, didn't they just say person of interest for the
And
first
I think
time?
that's the first time they've called it a murder.
Yeah.
They called it a homicide.
Yeah.
They said she died by homicide from the beginning.
Yeah, I guess they did.
Right?
Yeah, the coroner said that.
Yeah.
She had ligature marks on her neck, Sam.
that was the...
Yeah.
I didn't know.
And she had dirt under her fingernails. It was obviously from a wooded area.
And then Brian Laundrie stood up and he said, "It's not my fault. It's your whole sick society."
Yeah, Brian Laundrie. Yeah.
It's time to clean out the laundry,
Yeah.
Sam.
Yeah, they're going to whisk him away. Yep.
Hey,
That's
so
it.
does that mean does that mean Laundrie was killed by the tide? You see what I'm saying? Because underwater?
We're trying to get re-signed.
Yeah. I understand.
You got it?
Unfortunately, yeah.
Do you know the detergent?
Tide?
Yeah.
I do.
Oh, so you got every element of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Laundry was washed away by the tide.
Right. Right. Can you go back to the bullet points?
Yeah, sure.
Human remains have been found at the Carlton Reserve. The partial remains were discovered along with a backpack that contained some of Laundrie's belongings. Laundrie family attorney said the belongings were found near a bridge connecting wherever they were. I'm not reading that word. Maikatachi?
Let me see. I'll figure it. I'm actually...
Maikahachi. Maya he, Maya ha.
Maikahachi. Yeah, Maikahachi Creek Environmental Park. Maikahachi Creek Environmental Park and adjoining Carlton Reserve. Maikahachi, I've been there many times.
The park in Florida has been shut off to the public for nearly a month for the search. It reopened on Tuesday. And so what? He was just in a spot where... is it possible that he could have been sitting there and he actually did drown by accident?
Maybe.
I don't know if he drowned by accident, but, maybe he killed himself and then,
and then his ghost took his remains into the water?
It's possible.
Is that where you were going with that?
Yeah. I mean,
Very possible.
I've been on the Haunted Mansion a lot, and I
Right.
know that ghosts are possible.
Right. I seen him in the cemetery on the line.
I wonder if he took pills or how he did it. But isn't it again, it's like that crazy one bad moment changes everything. Like that one argument, now they're both dead.
Especially because like clearly they had a volatile relationship.
Yeah.
Like, clearly he had done other things.
Yeah.
So it was it was bad stuff had been happening, but it had been happening, and it was just this one decision that he made, and it altered everything.
Yeah, altered everything, and now they're both dead.
Local authorities say the nature reserve was largely submerged in water in September when police first searched there, which may have hindered the discovery of the items found this week.
But it's funny, all those people who are like saying his parents are hiding him, and like they literally just
Maybe
probably
they didn't have any other information.
They had no other. Maybe they had no idea. Maybe the mom had another phone and called Brian's phone and he wasn't answering, and maybe she said like they may want to check this place, and they didn't check it.
Dog the Bounty Hunter released a statement. It's always the last place you look. Oh, there you go. Oh, dog days are over.
He's calling off his search.
Oh, he is. Dog the Bounty Hunter is calling off his search for Brian Laundrie. Really, because a week ago, he was pretty close.
I'll be honest, that's why I like him, because he understands that when you're looking for someone and they're found dead, that you should call the search off. His instincts are very good.
Yeah, what's the nuance? Yeah. It says, we are praying for Gabby's family as yet another day ends with seemingly more questions than answers. Though it does seem the search for Brian is indeed over. That's a pretty substantial answer.
Yeah.
Good for Dog.
What do you mean good for Dog?
Guy knows when to call it a day.
He sure does.
Yeah, Dog is just one of the best bounty hunters who also gloms on to tragedies.
Well, you know what? He needed to be found.
He's trying to help.
That's probably why he killed
wasn't
himself.
trying to
He
help.
killed himself because he found out Dog was on the case.
Oh, well, you're probably right.
That's right.
He
I
knew.
would.
Because Dog's going to find you.
If Dog is trying to find me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dog wasn't anywhere near finding him, correct?
I mean, he was pursuing multiple leads.
Dog was in London. He was looking in London.
Yeah, I think Dog might be a scumbag, maybe.
I think he's a fine bounty hunter.
You do?
Yeah, I have total faith. Where, let me see. Is it in a wooded area? Can you scroll up on that picture, Travis? It's an aerial view. I want to see where the tent is set up.
I think that was in the other article. This article is more about Dog.
Okay.
Look at that shirt.
Yeah, he knows how to dress.
Yeah?
Yep.
It's got a couple of wrinkles under the titty area.
Nah, it's just from leaning forward.
Oh, I see.
I have that when I'm flat on my back with my arms over my head.
I think it was in the other article.
Yeah.
Yeah, because by then he wasn't dead. There's a picture of a tent. You know that aerial view of a tented off area when they find remains?
Not good.
No.
Not good news.
No, you never want to be under that white piece of whatever the fuck it is. That white piece of cloth, that tent.
Yeah, we found him, and then you see the tent, and you're like,
yeah,
boy.
Oh, boy, yeah, he's not answering questions there.
No, he isn't.
There's the tent.
Yep, in a wooded area.
Yeah, Dog's probably bummed. Probably thought he could, if he found him, he'd be able to, he's probably filming some of it. Thinking he might be able to put together a nice little TV special for himself.
Documentary, something like that.
Yeah.
The search for Brian Laundrie.
Maybe it folds over into a new bounty hunter series for him.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's just happy, same team. Everybody was searching for
He
the same
wasn't
thing.
on the team.
Yeah, he was. Big part of the team. Team leader.
Yeah.
He's on Team Dog.
Good team to be on.
Sure is.
You're on Team Dog, too.
Hell yeah.
So, yeah, well, I'm sure they'll figure out. He might have just taken something. Maybe he had medication or pills or something he overdosed on or fucking hung himself or cut his wrist.
Yeah, unless he got flooded out. Like that idiot in the Pearl Jam movie.
Maybe, but something tells me...
Hate that movie.
I
hate that guy. That's why I hate that movie, because I hate that guy.
I hate him, too.
They're like, oh, you have a very comfortable house. And he's like, but I have to find myself in the forest.
Asshole.
I'm going to go live in a van voluntarily.
His poor family.
I know. He's sitting there trying to create depth. You can't create depth.
Yeah.
If you don't have it, you don't have it. You can't go and create depth by living in a van in the woods. But my experiences. Shut up.
Yeah.
Eat a berry.
Yeah, exactly. Have a bushel. Have a handful of berries, suburban dick.
He is a suburban dick, isn't he? Family's trying to sit there, hook him up. Eddie Vedder likes him. It's not enough.
No. Let's go live in a bus.
Yeah. Oh, I found this bus to live in.
Into the Wild. What was the song that I like so much?
It went like this: Into the wild.
Yeah.
I'm living
There
in
isn't no good.
Yeah. Living in a van in the wild.
Little old lady behind the counter.
In a van in the woods.
Hard Side. Very good song.
It's a cover.
Yeah, I know. Who's singing the original?
Some woman.
Joe Cocker.
That's nice and dismissive.
I mean,
Some
that's
hole,
right.
some bitch.
Travis is like,
exact person.
Travis is like, I've never heard the song before. A woman sings it.
Some woman sang it.
Let me tell you something. The female singer-songwriter does not have a place.
I Believe in Miracles with him and Zeke or whatever. That's a great one too. Yeah, I like Eddie Vedder's covers.
Speaking of movies, I never got your take. Earlier this week, the trailer for The Batman.
I haven't seen it.
Dropped. Oh, I would love to get your take on it.
Yeah.
It came out, it was very, very highly anticipated.
Hope it's an origin story.
Well, no, it's not an origin story. It was dropped at DC Fandom, and it's not an origin story.
Good.
It's shot in a more detective noir style.
Yeah, it looks like it's
and it
It's
follows
like his first year.
second. I
Second
think.
year.
I
Okay.
Who
believe
plays Batman?
Robert Pattinson.
Okay.
And it follows it follows Batman in year 2.
Okay.
It's got Robert Paddington as Batman.
Paddington, was he a bear? Oh.
And what I'm excited about is what's his name from There Will Be Blood? Paul Dano.
Oh.
Paul Dano. No, Daniel Day-Lewis isn't in this one. Abraham Lincoln is the villain.
We've got to find Robin.
Paul Dano plays the Riddler.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's a good actor.
But it's not like a comic booky, like Jim Carrey type Riddler.
Right.
He almost looks like the Zodiac Killer.
Okay.
You know,
Andy Serkis.
he plays the ringleader.
No.
Yeah.
No, isn't he?
Is he in town?
Alfred?
Oh.
So, Jesus.
Yeah, Andy Serkis plays Alfred. And then I think they have like Catwoman, but before she's Catwoman, she's just Selena Kyle. And she's played by Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah. I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, I know, but she was just so good.
I love that scene in Catwoman where Michelle Pfeiffer is dancing and she's like, who I fuck is my business. When she's doing that.
That's Catwoman.
The movie's mixed up.
Who, what, when, and where I fuck is my business.
I like in Batman Returns when Catwoman starts teaching urban kids at a class and gives them candy bars.
Yeah, I like that too.
So that they learn better.
Y'all need to listen to Bob Dylan.
What happened to your accent, Catwoman?
Yeah. Y'all need to understand that white people's lyrics are just as cool.
Catwoman, where'd your accent go?
Even though that was a true story. It was such a...
I mean, a true story can be a true story. The movie could still suck.
That's exactly it. That was such a self-congratulations for white people.
Yeah.
George Carlin had been how all a white guy wants is for a black guy to think he's cool. And there is real truth in that.
Yeah, I mean, that's why that movie, The Green Car, or whatever that movie was, with
Green Mile.
No, with Viggo Mortensen, where he drives around...
Green Book?
Green Book.
But you know what? That was a true story.
That's what I mean. It was a true story. That doesn't mean it's a great movie.
But even the cheesy stuff in it was pretty true to life. So I kind of gave that movie, even though it was cheesy, the stuff that I thought was Hollywood dreck actually did happen. And then when I found out who he was in real life, I was like, wow. The driver.
Yeah.
In real life. It's Carmine from The Sopranos. That's his real life.
The actor?
The actor is playing the real
older Carmine.
The real guy. Older Carmine is that guy in real life.
That's sick.
Yeah, he became Carmine.
That's sick.
Yeah, and the other guy, they stayed friends, and they've
still a shit movie.
Yeah, but the family said a lot of what they said wasn't true, but they found like recordings.
Oh, really?
Of the actual guy, and he was talked about it years ago, and this is kind of what happened.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, this is the true story of the Batman.
Yeah, let's see the Batman
in year 2.
Yeah.
Bad guys.
Police! Hands up!
Oh, those are the police. Never mind.
Yeah. Well, according to some.
Stay still! Get out of here!
They're zooming in on a coffee cup that looks like one I had.
It's a question mark. That was the Riddler.
It's a cappuccino with a question mark in it.
That's right.
So he's not the Riddler. Whoever made the cappuccino is.
He probably made it himself. I like this cover.
Light, it's a sky. It's not just a call.
What do you think of the Batman voice?
It's a warning.
It's actually not bad.
Yeah, it's not as bad as
Christian Bale's.
All you need to play Batman is a good profile.
I've been trying to reach you.
Martin God!
See, you can hit pause for a sec. I was like, okay, because that's where the Batman voice, if it's silly, really comes out.
Yeah,
when you
mad.
yell.
Yeah.
When you had the mad yelling. Where is she?
Yeah.
You're like, that's not a person's voice.
And Heath Ledger is giving this masterful performance.
Yeah.
Although Christian Bale's
incredible.
Incredible. I just didn't like what he decided to do.
With the voice, specifically.
Yeah, but it wasn't because he's a shitty actor. He just went in a direction I wish he didn't go in.
Yeah. It's like Bane voice.
Yeah, I'm Batman.
What's that?
I'm Batman.
Oh, is that Christian Bale's voice?
Yeah, I'm a Batman. Hey, it's me, Batman. What have you done wrong?
Hey, guys, I'm Batman.
Is it Tim Roth in the back of the car?
Yeah, what the fuck is it? Where is she?
I'm gonna get the criminal. I'm gonna get him.
Let me hear him yell again.
Tell me what I want to know.
Trying to reach you.
Martin God!
This is a powder keg, and Riddler's the match.
I can take care of myself.
That's Selena.
If this continues, it won't be long before you.
Oh yeah, hit
nothing
pause
less.
for a second. You know who that is in all that makeup?
I'll never guess.
It's amazing.
Go back
and that guy turns into the Penguin, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Whack, whack. Oh, go back. That is, hold on. Robert Duvall, no. Tommy Lee Jones, no.
Without makeup.
Did they show him? Did they show him as the Penguin?
No.
No, he doesn't turn in. He's Chester Cobblepot still, right?
Yeah.
Oswald, isn't it?
Oswald Cobblepot. That sounds right.
Does he talk at all?
Yes.
Okay, let me hear him
But
talk.
I don't think that's going to give it away.
Me neither.
And I don't know if it's right this second.
I'll guess.
If this continues, it won't be long before you've nothing less. I don't care what happens to me.
I'm making it worse for you.
Whoa, take it easy, sweetheart.
That's it.
There he goes. He just talked.
Take it easy, sweetheart. Take it easy.
I don't know. Dominic Lombardozzi.
Incorrect. That wasn't that good.
Let me see him again.
Oh, take it easy.
Take it easy. Go back to his face. Just leave it on his face. Take it easy, sweetheart.
Don't know. Paul Giamatti.
Yeah.
Dan Soder.
It's Colin Farrell.
Oh, yeah, I never would have guessed that. That's good makeup.
It's
Wow.
good makeup, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And the voice is good, too.
Mm-hmm.
Easy, sweetheart. Hear everything they say, ain't you?
Maybe we're not so different. Who are you under there?
She's hot. That's Zoe Kravitz, right?
I'm vengeance.
Nice.
Oh, he's speeding. That's not a good message.
Not the best.
The optics on that are not good.
Problematic.
Yep.
What's black and blue and dead all over.
Yeah, it looks okay.
Looks kind of badass.
I got you! I got you!
The fuck? Batman driving a car out of the fire?
Yeah.
You got a fireproof car?
Better tires than I have.
That's true.
You know how flat my tires would be?
Oh, shit. Here comes Batman. The Batman.
Yeah, it looks good. Again,
It does look good.
it's fine, but after Heath Ledger, there's really, really very few bad guys that can get me excited.
Paul Dano as the Riddler looks
Yeah,
pretty fucking
I think
good.
he's very good, yeah.
Yeah.
There's only like one. That's him right there.
Yeah. Yeah, but I seen what his action figure looks like.
Yeah.
You know, I know what he looks like.
Yeah. Action figures really do ruin a lot of surprises.
Well, yeah, they got to wait until, like, they waited specifically until the trailer dropped to put out the pictures. But
Because
yeah.
like those, like all those toys are in production for like 2 years.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, that's where a lot of leaks end up coming from.
Ah, right.
Yeah.
Now, what do they look like? What's the penguin toy look like?
I don't know if they made one.
Why? How do you not make a penguin toy?
Well, it's not a penguin. He's Oswald Copperpots.
Doesn't he become the penguin?
Not in this movie. We already told you that, man. Why you ask that question if you don't listen to the answer?
I didn't. I thought he was going to be penguin.
He will be eventually.
But everyone as Batman kind of talks like that. I'm Batman.
Well, I think the character is also supposed to be disguising his voice. Like Bruce is supposed to be disguising his voice, you see.
Why not like that?
It's not as intimidating.
Why not?
I don't know. It's problematic.
Yeah.
That's the Riddler.
Where is she?
That's the Riddler, see? It's pretty badass.
He just looks like he's Paul Dano.
What are you talking about? His whole face is covered.
Yeah.
Oh, in that one, the top. What was he? He's on an elevator with COVID.
There's no pictures of Paul Dano anywhere on this webpage.
Oh, isn't that him on the left?
That's Robert Pattinson.
That's Robert Paddington.
It's not Paddington.
I think it is because he is British.
I think you're right.
Thank you.
You're not wrong, Sam.
Yeah, see, there's the close-up on the face.
What's just a guy in a fucking...
You don't think that's badass?
It looks like Dr. Doom.
Kind of does.
A little bit,
It
but
looks
not
like Dr. Doom.
But he's wearing glasses.
Leather mask. He's a gimp. He's gonna
bring out the Riddler.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, who was that he fucked?
The Riddler's sleeping.
Yeah. I'm pretty fucking far from okay.
Yeah, he's gonna fuck Marcellus Wallace in the butthole.
Ving Rhames.
Ving Rhames, yes. Is Charles Dutton alive?
I don't know.
God, do I want to interview Charles Dutton?
I don't know.
You know he was in jail for murder.
He was?
Yeah, he did time in prison. He's a really interesting guy.
70.
Wow. Okay, yeah, I thought he'd be older. He's a great actor, and he's had a really. But he
He's
looks
in a
like
lot of good movies.
He looks like such a nice guy, like a harmless guy.
He really does.
I think he beat a guy to death in a fight.
Oh, he went to jail for murder because he murdered somebody.
I believe it was in a fight.
Manslaughter, yeah.
Manslaughter, yeah.
5 years.
He only got 5 years and he killed a guy? Christ, Vince Neil killed a guy.
But in a
knife
fight. In a fight, though. It was a knife fight, yeah. Like Charles Dutton, that nice guy that he is.
Don't bring Charles Dutton to a knife fight. That's what they say.
He was on parole after 18 or 20 months.
He's got a nice face.
And then he was arrested on robbery.
Oh, shit.
Was he really? Good
Yeah.
for him. And he started acting in prison, I think.
My man was living life.
Fight with a guard added on another 8 years.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
This guy.
Yeah, he later said, I got 3 years for killing a black
And
man.
8 years for punching a white man. That's right.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I love that.
He fucking,
Jeez.
but he doesn't, but he has such a great smile and he's so warm. Like, it's easier to believe Ving Rhames killed somebody.
Absolutely.
But Charles Dutton.
He's got a nice face.
But he has big hands. Charles Dutton, he probably really fucking puts that big fist in your mouth.
Yeah, once you find out that he did that, you're like,
oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. If he chose to not be a nice guy, it'd be a problem.
Yeah, I was watching an interview with some Detroit hitman, guy who had done time in prison, and they're just, it's such a different breed of person. I mean, a hitman is that's like a real murderer. It's just fascinating how some people make their living. All about the money, nothing personal.
Yeah, I mean, HBO did that documentary way back when that changed everything. You know, that documentary is what created the Stone Cold character?
Is it really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, Iceman Stone Cold.
Yeah. Yep.
Should we take a break before I guess?
Let's do it.
Yeah, because somebody has to run upstairs and take care of something. It's not what you think. It's not what you think.
Drop off a package?
Oh, yeah, it is what you think.
Okay. Lisa Ann's popping in. We'll be right back. Stay there. Yes, that's where he is. Yeah,
Is this his normal shit time?
All the commercial breaks are. Yes,
How does he do it so quickly?
Well, he doesn't. He's not
I get
back.
it. This is why he's late.
Yeah.
And does he choose the upstairs bathroom for a reason? Like, is there a preference because there's less people up there?
Well, here he comes right now.
Can you break this down?
I don't want to answer on his behalf. Jim, Lisa had a lot of... I'm going to tell you the truth.
Sure.
Our job is, as partners, we cover for each other.
Sure.
And Lisa said, where is your better half?
Yes.
And I said, he's... and then I said, upstairs taking a shit.
That's a very, very... Not only is he correct about what I was doing, he's correct about the location.
And why is it that you go to the upstairs bathroom? Is it less foot traffic?
I know there is a little bit, but I just feel like that little bit of exercise because I've gotten fat, so I've deluded myself that
Getting your
walking
steps
upstairs,
in?
losing weight there, and then walking back down, I'm really doing something good for myself. It's delusion.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Like it's for the steps?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I think it's because less people are walking in and out of there.
Both things. You're correct about that, too.
But now that, we kind of got the place kind of to ourselves in the morning here, it's not as big a concern.
Yeah. So I think the next place I'll do it is on my contract. I'll just.
Do you do this every break or just one specific break during the morning show? This is a great breakdown for listeners because, this is a normal thing. We all do it. How do you map it out?
Whenever it hits me, like usually it's not the first hour. Very rarely will I have that, but the second hour, a lot of time, like there's always that one period where I'm like, yeah, we should be going to break soon. And I'll take off and do what I got to do.
Sometimes to start the second hour and then also to start the third.
Occasionally, I have a very healthy system.
I think if it was healthy, you would go one serious dump in the morning, drop the kids at the pool, and be done with it till later.
Yeah.
I mean, because there's nothing better than waking up and it all goes as planned.
Right.
Sure.
Right.
I hope
Sometimes
this doesn't kill my sex appeal.
Not at all. Sometimes I wake up and it's already happened. All I gotta do is throw the sheets out and get ready for work.
You don't take them to the nice dry laundry place downstairs and run? Just dump them out front and run?
Yeah. Just throw them in the compactor and I'm finished.
That's done. Well, you live that lifestyle, though.
Yeah.
You live a lifestyle of privilege where you can shit the bed and just throw the
throw
sheets
it in
out.
there, and the sponsors will bring new ones. Yes, Bowl and Branch. Yeah, it's one of those things where my system works pretty well. It's usually once in the morning, but sometimes twice if I'm in a hurry. Yeah.
So how are you two?
Good.
Great.
Better now.
Good now.
Great to see you in
Yes,
person.
good to see
You too.
Oh my
Such
God,
a
yeah, it's been a long time,
celebration.
right?
For us, it's been since 2019 in studio, right?
Crazy, yeah. Definitely.
And for me, it's been since March of 2020, the last time I walked in this building.
Oh, this is your first time back.
Yes.
Because you do a show here, but you've been doing it from home.
Well, I'm no longer with Sirius. I left.
At
I
all.
thought I was unique. So in April, I took this 3-week hiatus and I went to California. I told all my friends I want to quit my job. I thought this was going to be some really amazing step. And then I start reading and your phone listens to you, right? But it's happening. Everybody was quitting their jobs. I just realized, I self-produced so much content and I learned how to do so many things during the pandemic that I just thought, why am I not just creating this on my own so I can add it all onto YouTube and use platforms that are accessible and easy for everyone. And so I just decided to take a year and see what it was like to truly just work for myself.
Oh, wow. I didn't know I thought you were still serious.
No, I miss it. But when the studios weren't going to be open, I got sadder and sadder. And I was like, if I'm just going to do this at home, I love having all the content, right? So it worked for me. But this feels like what it used to feel like when I came in for my night show.
Yeah.
It's empty. You have the whole place to yourself.
I like it. Come November, you'll have the studio to yourself.
So, I'm doing my own thing now.
Yeah. That's great. Isn't it amazing, too, when you realize, I can just buy a couple microphones and get the content out. It's so much less daunting than it used to be to just create your own stuff.
It is. And, here we have all the weather, right? So for a girl like myself with naturally curly hair, it's been nice to not have to go out and expose myself in the humidity. I'm just going to stay in my bubble.
Right.
You don't have to leave if you don't need to. In New York, everything you do is one block from you. You know what I mean? You don't really, it's a choice to go further, right? Your nail place, not for you guys, but all your little errands are right there. And it's been great.
Are you a minimalist too?
Yes.
You have you got rid of so much of your shit, right?
75% of my life I got rid of. And I will say that it helped me through the pandemic. And the Minimalist just released a new book, Love People, Use Things. Great book. And it talked about how minimalists were more prepared because we had less to take care of and we had less needs. And we already simplified our life so much that we could kind of hunker down and have what we need.
That's amazing. But Jim's been
cleaning out my closet.
Okay.
Getting rid of stuff.
But are you getting rid of stuff or are you organizing stuff? When you say getting rid of stuff, you mean putting it in?
I threw a good amount of stuff out too.
Did you donate it?
No, it wasn't stuff that people would want. It was just brand new winter coats and stuff.
Just socks and shoes.
I wound up, I threw just a bunch of stuff and I put it down
Non-perishable
in storage
foods.
units. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Cans,
Don't
goods.
store it. Get rid of it.
No, because I'm not 100% sure I don't want it. Some of it is stuff fans have given me. Some of it is stuff I've collected. It's not just junk. It's
I
something
understand.
it
has a sentimental value. I have an idea for you. Take a photo of it and get rid of it.
Yeah, that's what I do with girlfriends.
Yeah, but it's not by your choice.
No, not at all. I leave when they tell me.
You'd be horrified if you came into my basement and you just saw. I mean, I have everything.
But that's okay. That's how you have a home.
Yeah.
You have a family.
I
It's
do.
very different for a single person who just wants to be able to move freely through the world and go to different countries and possibly live somewhere else. It's very different.
Yeah, that's true. If I tried to pitch that to my wife, I'd be like, no, I want to be free and be able to experience. And she's like, you can't leave the children
Right.
just to go have experiences.
Exactly. Like me,
this is the experience.
If I don't like my neighbors, I can just move.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You guys can't do that. So it is very different. It's not for everyone, but I definitely will say that it's changed so much about how I think about buying things, spending money, saving money, and what you're able to do is help more people in their life financially than when you're not doing as many things for yourself. So that's been great for me too.
That's exactly why I don't do it. You're correct. I would rather do things for myself. It's a self-centered ass mentality.
That's you, bro.
Yeah.
That's you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not good. That's a better way.
Create the Jim Norton bubble.
Why change now? You're perfect the way you are. We all are our own people. We don't need to be the same. Like, you do you. Put that stuff in storage. Keep that stuff.
Keep it. You are perfect, Jim.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm the best version of me I can be.
Are you? But
And that's a shit version.
But are you living your best life?
Are you living your best life?
It's a great question.
Yeah.
Probably not.
You don't think so?
Yes, I'm living but my best life makes a lot of other people miserable. So yeah, I would say I'm
But
living my
his
best life.
best life would include a private bathroom in the studio.
Oh, can you imagine if you had your own shitter?
I literally my best life would be if this was a toilet that I was sitting on and I could just shit while we talk.
That would not be our best
No,
life.
I wouldn't enjoy it
No,
at
I'd
all.
put like a little plexiglass thing up.
Yeah, I mean, you must miss things because I was thinking when you were talking about shitting while you were talking, there were moments in the pandemic where when we were broadcasting from home, you could piss in a cup. In the
Oh, that
middle
was
of the,
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did piss in a cup a few times.
A few times. Talking to legends, talking to Ozzy, Ricky Gervais. It's like you don't want to leave the conversation.
Sure.
So we would, once we found out it was happening, at first we didn't notice it. But once we found out it was happening, we'd have our eyes on it and
Yeah.
we'd see.
Because you have the Zoom thing going.
Yeah.
It was like a little tubing thing going.
I
What
mean-
about a bottle? I mean, I know this mouth isn't great, right? But like Gatorade bottles have a bigger mouth.
Oh
like
no, mine would fit in there 3 times.
3 times.
Oh, easily. Balls and all. I could shove the whole package in. That's too much room. No,
That's actually the name of your autobiography.
Yeah,
balls and all.
No, I don't like a smaller. Mike Montone actually in there brought me an amazing gift, which was the thing that you pee in when you're driving.
Yeah.
I
The piss
love
jug,
it.
the
A
Montone piss jug.
Yeah, but that thing, I know it was just a big cup because I don't want to aim while I'm talking on the air. You just
No.
want to kind of like
Right, exactly.
Sure.
Nice wide mouth.
yeah, wide mouth.
No, I get that. Yep.
Yep.
Have you had to drop any of the habits that you enjoy? Because I remember like you're kind of enjoying the fact that there weren't a lot of people in New York City, and even when there were, you could have the mask on, you could have your hood up, and you could just be anonymous.
So when I'm alone, I still wear the mask and people judge me and I don't care.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I'm doing it to have privacy. So if I'm alone, but like it was great to not have to wear it in the building today, to be able to come in here,
Yes.
use the green room. I did a little live to promote my appearance. I just got on TikTok, but I'm not privileged enough yet. I just did it last night. So you have to have 1,000 followers to be able to do a live on TikTok. So I don't have 1,000 yet. So at
Well, what's
the
your
real
TikTok?
at the real Lisa Ann, I fought 8 months to get the name that matched all of my other social
real
media
Lisa
accounts.
Ann?
The real Lisa Ann.
Did you have to get it from somebody?
So yes, I had to. But TikTok is great. If you have the trademarks, they're easy to get imposters down, way better than Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook. But I will say this: the creepers are back, and they're back with such a vengeance. And I have this theory. Tell me if you think I'm right here. So many people were home bored. Chicks that would never talk to guys, whether it's Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, or even OnlyFans for paid messaging, because the guys still think the girl really wants to talk to them, even though they're paying $1 a message or whatever. So I feel like it's been so fed into, right?
Yeah.
That everyone's been throwing all this fuel under the fire. And now, girls are getting out. It's Exotica this weekend. People are busy. People are doing it. And these guys are like, oh, why won't she talk to me? And it's wild out there. Just wild.
Wow, because there hasn't those lines need to be clarified again.
Right. But
Right,
they've been
because
kind
they
of,
were blurred during the pandemic because everybody was making money on the internet in all kinds of different ways.
right. And
Right.
now they feel like, what could you be doing?
That's true with the OnlyFans kind of
right.
revolution that happened. And you're right, you make those connections with the people that subscribe because they're paying.
No. No,
You don't think so?
No, I had some amazing OnlyFans connections. I was talking to a woman. I told her I live in New York, and she wrote back, "Well, tell me more about yourself." And I did, and she wrote back like, "That's really cool. You're interesting."
Oh, cool. Okay,
But I
so
do want
maybe
to
I'm
tell
off.
you guys something that, I'd say at least 75% of the women on OnlyFans in the industry, not necessarily the housewives or what have you, they have a service that's doing their messaging. So you're talking to a dude.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry. I just want to be real about it. And the reason I don't message is because obviously I'm busy. I send like a direct message to say hello, but I'm just using it to recycle content. That's my OnlyFans gig. So it's just my library of 30 years, and I don't want to build fake relationships. So when guys say, why don't you message? I'm like, I just don't want to lead you on to think that it's more than just entertainment you're enjoying.
That's what I've always respected about you. You put it on the table. You're like, this is what it is. Feel free to enjoy this content that I've created.
Yep.
And that's it. That's what I'm creating this service for you to enjoy the content that I've created, but
I can
I'm not
swear, right?
Yes, you may.
I like to say this, and I think it's very clear. Your OnlyFans membership is not layaway on my vagina.
That's nice.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
It's very well put. I think they think they're chipping away at a pair of Jordache jeans at the Deb shop in 1993, like I
Right.
did. You know what I mean? No, that's not it. You're not getting any further. This is it. Do your thing and make it happen.
Do you talk to women on OnlyFans about creating boundaries? Because I would imagine it can be tough, because if you don't create those boundaries, you can get people on the hook for more money, but then you also have to deal with them, right?
You do. And I just spoke to a woman who had a guy show up at her house and fake a flower delivery situation. He found out where she lived and he wanted to give her flowers. So he pretended he was a florist and she almost let him in and then realized, and he said, oh, well, I just found you and thought you would want to talk with me because we talk so much on OnlyFans. And she was like,
my God.
Yeah, because she probably convinced him that, no, this is beyond what I normally would do with
Yes.
people. Like, and he thought it'd
You
be a
know,
nice
from
surprise.
your relationships
Oh,
on
yeah,
OnlyFans.
yeah. No, they're
'Cause you-
really into it.
They're looking forward to meeting you, right?
She told me I was special. I'm like, yeah, thanks. And I'm like, I'm like, do you want to see my penis? And I sent her. She goes, yeah. I sent her a picture, and she wrote back,
Oh, so she really liked
Oh,
it.
my
She didn't
God.
charge you for a cock rating?
She did, but that's because she has to because of OnlyFans.
That's an OnlyFans thing.
By the way,
they
that
make
is the
me.
newest gig ever, and it shows how insecure this level of men really are. Like, why do you want every girl to rate it? Like, what do you think we're going to say that's awful about? I tried it once with my best friend. We just said we were going to do 4 because we didn't want to be scarred. We came up with a number. How many can you look at before you think you're going to be freaking out? Because she's not in the industry. She goes, 4. I said, okay, let's charge $100 because I think I probably have 4 people that would spend that much. So then we got out the thesaurus and we just, because we want to use different descriptions in case they communicate with each other. You don't want to say the exact same
you want them to
thing.
get their money's worth.
Yeah,
That's
and
nice.
you're not going to insult it, right?
Right.
Because I'm not into that. So we had to find nice wordplay, and we did 4, and I was like, okay, that's it. I don't know how girls do 200 of these a week.
But of the 4 that were sent to you, you didn't find yourself going like, oh man, look at this photo. I gotta meet this guy. This is incredible.
You know, Manscaped really needs to do some advertising on OnlyFans because there's a manscaping issue at the 4 that I saw. But
Yeah.
remember, I still get 1,000 a week in my email. I just don't always open them. That's just because of viruses, of course.
Of course, yeah. You don't download attachments. Yeah, but I guess they do convince people that they really want to talk to them.
Right.
And
So
There's
the
money in
thirst
that.
now
Yeah.
is like, why isn't she getting back to me in time? That kind of a thing.
Yeah, because you forget there's so many crazy people on the internet.
Yeah.
And it's like the mentality that goes into like, oh, if I pay enough money, I can be your friend. If I pay enough money, we
Yeah.
can create this relationship. Like that is that same mentality that's going to end up with somebody at your doorstep eventually.
No doubt. I mean, starting this TikTok makes me realize that everybody that I currently have blocked, like the annoying as fuck people,
You're going to have to.
they're
yeah.
going to all go on there. I started a new platform, Dudes Do Better, a podcast that's on my YouTube. I got all the social media going, and I realized quickly, like, wow, I have a lot of followers. Oh, they're all the people I blocked from my other profiles. And I had to go through and block them again. I'm like,
were they being assholes or?
they're always assholes. They're just super creepy. Like some guys, no doesn't mean no. So I can tell them like a million times, like, no, I'm not going on a date with you. And they'll just keep asking and they'll keep asking. Then they'll have their friends follow and say, why won't you go out with my friend? Like, because I don't want to.
It's not their friends, but it's them. Like who would actually say, "Hey, go ask Lisa Ann for me"? All right.
Yeah. Can you be my wingman with Lisa Ann on
Yeah.
her YouTube channel?
Can you imagine being a total zero and having
Yes.
multiple
Oh.
burner accounts to just be a bigger zero?
Yeah. Yeah, I just need to get rejected more.
Yes. Like that just seems like a lot of work and a lot of emails you got to be using to set up all these profiles.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it does. But I guess it's again, there's people that have like that catfish show, people that have 10, 20 profiles, just what they do all day. They're lonely.
Yeah.
And they just talk to people.
I saved a friend this year from being catfished in Dubai and possibly murdered or robbed for all of his money. He got into a little thing with a woman that he met from Nigeria, and I had to
Oh,
show
how
him all
romantic.
the Nigerian scams.
He didn't know that?
He didn't know. And then I said, okay, get information on her. So she sent her visa and her occupation was housewife. I'm like, okay, did you read her visa? It says she's a housewife. You're going to go to Dubai and meet up with this housewife. Luckily, I had a friend in Dubai, believe it or not, who, I said, what's the story? What's going on? He said, these gangs, they bring Americans. They know what hotel they're staying. So I asked him, did you pick the hotel? Did she? Nope, she picked the hotel. They're out of the city limits that are protected by the embassy. Okay, yep, that hotel was out. And they literally rob these guys. They tie them up. They get their passwords for everything.
Their pins, yeah.
They take everything they have before they release them. And then these guys think they should be smart and go to the cops. And the cops in Dubai kind of feel you must have been soliciting some sort of prostitution. So now you get arrested in Dubai. Like, it's a bad situation. It was the final day. It took me till the final day of his trip to get him not to go.
Wow.
But the day before he was supposed to go. What
the day
finally
he
convinced him?
Me having other people communicate with him, having my friend from Dubai reach out to him, having me send him multiple news articles that we don't see really in the news here, but he was able to send to me to show to him.
Like, this isn't just going to suck. You're going to get robbed, and then you're going to go to jail.
Yes.
Well, she wasn't a hooker, though. She was just a woman, right?
She was, there's a guy that got arrested in Dubai a couple of years ago named Hush Puppy. He was pretty fascinating, and he was kind of the lead in this ring of like hundreds of women working in these warehouses that have little cam rooms where they communicate with these guys. And it's kind of a sales role where they have 6 months to meet the guy. They get paid an hourly wage, and then they have 6 months to meet the guy, and they get a cut on whatever they take from the guy. So it's like a hustle. And I was able to share with him, like, okay, do you see how similar this looks to that? Nothing matches here. She sent him a vaccine from a paperwork of a vaccine before we even had them in the U.S. Like,
wow.
It was like, and I'm like, okay, listen, okay, Nigeria's not getting the vaccine before us. Like,
it says here that she got it. I mean, I don't know how she would have the paperwork.
Yeah, so.
But, people find love and they want it to be true so bad that they just ignore every single sign.
Every sign.
That says
it's every single sign. But that's loneliness, and that came out of the pandemic, and this was pandemic time.
Mm-hmm.
And I think if you didn't have a good group of friends, like I'll say, I got so much closer with my friends during the pandemic because we scheduled FaceTimes, and I would literally talk to friends for like 8 to 12 hours a week. Just on FaceTime, we texted more, we checked on each other more, we just had more time to communicate. So we did.
Yeah.
And I think for people who didn't have a big group to do that with, it was lonely.
Yeah.
Yeah. And people who aren't comfortable being alone, too. Like, if there's anything I know about you, Lisa Ann,
I love being alone.
Not only do you love being alone, I feel like you
come to one of my shows.
I'm going to come because we have a mutual friend, Laura Desiree.
Oh, yeah. I love Laura. Yeah, she's a good friend of mine.
Oh,
Yes,
my
from Toronto.
gosh. I'm so happy that I met her.
Yeah, she's great.
She's my neighbor. She lives real close to me. Romy Rain introduced us like 3-4 months ago, and she's like the coolest chick ever. So
Yeah,
like
she is.
everyone, Allie got to meet her. Every one of my friends just wants to meet Laura. Like, she makes me cool. She
Yeah.
makes me cooler.
Whoa.
Yeah, she's delightful.
How come it hasn't worked for you?
I don't know.
Being cool.
I have my own way of being cool.
How is it?
Just kind of like hanging back, checking out the scene.
You're like a lurker?
Just checking out the scene.
I like to just check out the scene.
Yeah,
Like, you
just
make
kinda
up for
hang
your
back.
social awkwardness.
Yeah.
Like, no, man, I'm the quiet cool.
Yeah, I'm just watching.
And Laura said, I'm going to get Jim to come to Monday Night Football at HQ with me. And I said, no, you're not. He's never going to come to HQ on a Monday night and watch football. Would you?
Is that the club headquarters?
Yeah, headquarters.
Yeah, it's hard because I get up in the morning.
That's what I thought.
That would be the hard part. I mean, it would be tempting one time to do. If the Cowboys were playing, maybe I would go. Because now
If
that
they
I'm
were
watching-
winning.
They are winning. They're 5-1.
We're
They won
5-1.
games.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I wouldn't acknowledge them after that first loss to Brady.
Jim is a big Cowboys
I
fan,
am-
but he will only watch when they
when
win.
they're winning only.
But you didn't think they were going to win Game 1 against the Super Bowl champions in their home stadium when they're getting the rings in the ceremony.
Why not? I mean, Brady's bound to lose.
I knew that would be our one loss. I did not think Dak was going to play this well this season.
Yeah.
And I didn't think our defense, like Diggs is a monster.
Who's Diggs?
Diggs he's got
Big
6
Cowboys fan.
interceptions.
Yeah, no, I like the star on the helmet.
And he's Stephon Diggs, his brother, Trayvon and Stephon Diggs.
Oh, they're both football players?
Yep.
Cool.
Stephon Diggs plays for the Buffalo Bills, who lost this
okay.
Monday night, which was shocking.
Oh.
But yeah,
You
he
watched
got
that
for
game?
the first half.
No.
You did not?
I understand they have a good team, though, Buffalo.
But you
They
don't
do
like the
have a
blue and
very
the
good
red. You
team.
like the star.
I prefer the star, yeah. Yeah, I know that Zeke Elliott, great.
Yeah, and also
Great running
Tony
back.
Pollard, our other running back. They're sharing the work this season.
I'll have to check him out.
He's out there 52% of the time, so you'll see him.
Oh, yeah, no, I will. Absolutely. I'll give him a look. I like Cooper. He's a good player.
Amari Cooper,
Amari,
yes.
yes,
CD
his name,
Lamb,
yeah.
man. CD Lamb draft night. Like, I love the virtual draft because you're in everyone's living room. And there's this moment where CD Lamb gets drafted by the Dallas Cowboys. He's holding 2 cell phones, and there's a girlfriend sitting next to him. And she tries to help, and she reaches over to grab the phone. And without even looking at her, he snatched it out of her hand.
I remember that.
And I was like, the peripheral vision of this wide receiver, like I fell in love with him. I'm like, wow, way to go. That was, for me, that was like, I loved him. Like, just snatched it back without even looking. And I was like, that's the wide receiver we need. We need him to know what's going on around him.
And he also has something on that phone. He probably was hoping that she wouldn't.
There it is. Oh, it's just so good.
That is cool.
You're my hero.
He went, no.
Gosh. Look at that.
It is cool. No.
And also, the mom must have positioned her there by the end of the couch because her dress was too short, because there was a lot of mom and girlfriend shenanigans during the virtual draft. It was the best part about it because the mom wants the hug on camera first, but the girlfriend's trying to, hit the mom out of the way. And there was some mom-girlfriend argument. Oh, loved it.
Yeah, isn't it great?
Can we just keep it virtual?
Yeah.
I love, I don't really watch sports, but I love, sports stories.
Right, like
and
Ben
drama.
Simmons and Embiid getting in a fight already.
That's what I was going to ask you about. To please break down the whole Ben Simmons things for me, because I started.
Who's Ben Simmons?
Plays for the 76ers.
Oh.
He got thrown out of practice.
And got suspended for the first game.
He's trying to get traded. Oh. It's so much drama, and I love it.
I love it too. And he's wanted to get traded. He threw it out there this summer. Him and Joel do not get along. Joel will not even address him by name when he does media. He's like, I'm not that guy's babysitter, like that guy. He calls him that guy.
They're both on the team together.
Yes.
So that's where it starts for me. Like, I know before the season he's publicly trying to get traded. Why doesn't he want to be on the 76ers though?
Because him and Embiid don't get along.
Just because he didn't like the guy.
Yeah, they don't get along. And there's just, you can see it in their chemistry. And also, he shouldn't stay in Philadelphia because last season, man, he got so bagged on his performance. And he's a great defensive player. Sure, he needs to work on his shot a bit. But the way they spoke of him, including the coach, was just incredibly disrespectful because you're not looking at his whole body of work. You're just looking at the 3 things you don't like. But there's 10 things he does great. And so he got dissed, and he got dissed in Philly. And when you put that out in media in Philly, you can't go walking down the street. People are going to say nasty things to you. Philly fans are awful.
Yes, of course. So the coach, but why was there already hostility there? Is that why they were so disrespectful about his performance? Like, it's one thing if they're not satisfied with the performance, there are ways to say it without being disrespectful, right?
There are ways to say it, for sure. There's been beef between them, and there's been many awkward moments, but I think he wants to be more of a star of a team, and Embiid already gets that role automatically because he's 290 pounds, something like 6'7", can just fly down the court and be so agile. I'm like, how do you do that?
Yeah. Yeah, so then Ben Simmons, it got to the point where he wouldn't participate in the drills in practice, right?
Yes. So he just said, "I'm not doing that," which is
Can't
awesome.
they just not pay you and go, all right,
They
shut up,
owe
you're
him
not getting paid.
$213 million.
And he's not taking part in practice?
NBA contracts are guaranteed and are very tricky for teams to get out of not paying. It's not like the NFL. If this was the NFL, you're cut. You're done. Buddy, see you later.
$213 million, and he doesn't want to practice because he doesn't like the guy?
That's the other side of it. Some people are very
Shut up.
They're very sympathetic to Ben Simmons because they're like, but then a lot of other people see the dollar figure that he's getting, and they're like, so the coach goes, well, either practice or I'm going to throw you out. And he's like, well, I'm not going to practice. And he's like, all right, you're out of here. He threw him out of practice.
See, look, I'm not saying that because you make that kind of money, you have no legitimate complaints. But the reality is, if you're making that kind of money and you're not doing what you're being paid, you have to at least do it. You can't not practice.
I get it, but here's the problem. When you're dealing with a mindset of athletes, they've lived a different life than us. They've been more entitled. They've had, their schoolwork done in college. They've gotten situations where this just seems absurd to them. And we all have to try to put ourselves in the mindset of someone else because we would not operate that way. But you know what? Maybe if we were them, we would. Maybe if you had an agent telling you, do this is how we're going to get it. We don't know who's working behind the scenes and telling
people act like superstars to get their money up, right?
Right. So there's that diva ability. He's also dated a Jenner.
Oh my God, that's a totally different world.
There's that.
Caitlyn?
For sure. But, Embiid is just such a unique player, and I just don't think they fit well on the court together either.
Who's the guy getting $213 million?
Ben Simmons.
But so do you think they're going to trade Ben Simmons or now out of spite not trade him?
That's going to be the tough thing because you're really going to have to rely on Shake Milton, other players on the teams to step up and then have them feel they're going to be pulled from a starting role when Ben does come back. It's a matter of how nasty he was talked about at the end of the season really lowered his value to be traded because, you don't talk down something you're trying to sell.
Right.
You know what I mean? You have a jalopy of a car and you get all the good stuff. You don't tell anybody that there's no windshield wipers, whatever.
You call it an Edsel.
You do. So I think that's what really hurt them. That's the freshest stories that we know. Recency bias are the last stories before the season ended last year, and they were negative against Ben Simmons.
And I feel like it's not going to help now that he's like getting thrown out of practices. What team wants that guy on their team?
Right.
He's not a team player.
Not a team player. Exactly.
Crazy.
So now now he's stuck. He's just in this terrible position where he's just going to have to collect his $200 million.
Not a bad life. Now let's not forget about luxury tax agent and everything else the kid has to go through. It's really like a little over 100, maybe less than 100.
Yeah,
a little chump change, because you got to give the luxury tax. They got to pay tax in every state they play. There's all these different things they go through. So
he may only get $80 to $90 million cash. That's terrible.
Gosh, he knows how that feels.
Yeah, yeah.
And you have every right to be pissed off about something, but to not practice is irritating.
Yeah.
To not be able to be thankful that you're going to be playing in front of fans, too. Remember, it should feel different for players this year because they're getting in play in front of fans. That's what you love to do.
They don't have to live in a Disney hotel.
Right. And that's why when fans have such... I only like a team if they're doing well from now. I've decided. Because for what? Yes. I'm not going to fucking waste my time watching you shitheads if you're fucking 2-7.
Actually,
eat my dick.
Jim refused to watch the first game of the Cowboys season in case they lost.
I'm always bad. I'm bad luck. But I've also they don't give a shit about me. I'll enjoy what they do. It's amazing, but I'm not gonna be that loyal to someone who won't practice.
He treats his sports fandom like he treats girls, right? Like his girlfriends. Like when you're not
I don't pay
performing. You're not performing.
Yes, that's true, but he pays less for tickets than he does for his girlfriends.
Yeah, exactly. I was just stuck behind the post and I take it anyway because I'm stupid. Yeah, no, the way they treat fans is pretty much like shit. And plus, I only watch kind of MMA. I just like watching UFC.
So I got into UFC during the bubble in Dubai. Like watching that every Saturday night. I loved no fans, hearing every hit.
Yeah,
I got obsessed. Like now when I hear the theme music on an ad on the Sirius XM app, which I still listen to every day, when I hear that theme music, I get like, oh my gosh, there's a fight camp. I got to look it up. Who is it? Even
do you still like it with the fans and everything?
I do. But I did love hearing that leg kick and then just watching that leg just develop, that knot that just develops, the swelling. I don't know, and the blood. And the blood that's on the mat, you're the last fight. We've been waiting for you all night. You get to fight on the blood of everybody else. I mean, yes, they wipe it down, but when that was happening, I was like, we're going to live through this pandemic. These people are fighting on third-generation blood from 5 fights ago. Yeah. We're going to be fine. Yeah. It gave me hope.
Good.
Gave me a lot of hope.
It should.
I'm glad the fans are back, but I also liked it without them because you do hear things you normally wouldn't hear.
Yeah.
And my favorite thing is probably a good body kick.
Yeah.
Like when you watch a guy throw a really horrible... it's like a bat hitting
right to the rib.
Oh, you can hear it. It looks like it really hurts. The mark shows up immediately, like a good fucking body kick.
If I wasn't so scared of those men in general, I would love to date somebody like that because nobody's going to mess with you, right? You're going to walk down the street with that guy. I wouldn't have to wear a mask because he'd be standing next to me.
Yeah.
They're mostly very nice guys. I mean, they're really, most of them are very, because they don't have anything to prove.
But the bad ones end up on the news.
Yes.
That's the problem.
But that's the bad in any athlete. There's not many of them.
That's true, yeah. There's football players and basketball players that have misbehaved quite a bit.
Sure.
Quite a bit.
How do you think, as somebody who's been social with athletes, how do you think that the NBA players did in that hotel situation, like in the bubble? Because we were talking about this, and like Travis and I are such like idiot family men that we were like, it's so cool, they get to go to Disney World, big deal.
Yeah.
And Jim, the only man in the room, was like, you think NBA players that are on the road for a season are looking forward to going to Disney World?
Yeah, because you're penned in. You can't have girls coming in and out. Everything is so regulated.
Players were getting suspended for walking out the wrong door and picking up their takeout. That's how strict it was. Also, they didn't have the beds that they're used to, which are the larger length beds. Also, those hotels aren't that great. Disneyland caters to families, not
true.
People who are living making $213 million. I loved the bubble. You could watch how many Amazon packages came through a day and what they were doing for the players. These players tricked out their room rooms with like 5 and 10 TVs, gaming devices. You saw Jimmy Butler had a coffee business going.
Yeah.
Which was awesome. LeBron had his collection of diptyque candles, and then the players started dropping thousands of dollars on these candles so that their room could smell like. They said LeBron's room was like the Zen palace. It was immaculate at all times. Anthony Davis's room was like, he's the gamer and he's the one that's real tech savvy. So everybody would come in to set everything up and play games. It was like a camp resort, but mental wise, that's just brutal to see the same people. They had to see teams they played against in the same cafeteria.
And even your teammates, you don't want to spend that much time with your teammates.
No.
You want to go home. And that's what
the almighty dollar speaks.
That's right, Jim. Good
Thank
point.
you. Thank
Good
you.
point.
Yeah, thank you.
But as a fan, it was fun to watch.
That's what brought it home for me when LeBron had to go. And I was like, oh, that's what it is. Like, no matter how much fun we've ever had in a Disney World hotel, LeBron's house is a lot funner.
Think about this. Every NBA player had to duck for every shower they took during the time they were in the bubble.
Oh, yeah, and you get that
Because
bad
there was
hotel
no
water pressure.
rain shower, ceiling things.
That's
it's
right.
regular size hotels normally where they're like this much above my head. I'm 5'2". They had to duck for every single shower. Remember they were using those blow up baby pools for their ice baths?
That's right.
I thought that was clever.
Yeah.
But it's not the same.
It's not nearly
Ice
the
baths
same.
suck.
Oh, I love them.
Do you ever take an ice bath?
Yeah.
No, but I'm trying to do a thing where I have cold water on me at the end of my shower now, let it go cold.
Yeah.
How come?
The breathing is hard. It's supposed to be good for you. And this comic Greg Rogel and I have been talking. He's kind of got me convinced to do it. I've been doing it, but it's just hard to breathe.
I rinse in freezing cold for the last 5 minutes of my
5
shower.
minutes? I never got that far.
I also do cryotherapy. So you go into the freeze tank for 3 minutes. It's 230 degrees below freezing. You have, of course, rubber clogs on, gloves, earmuffs, a mask. Your extremities are covered, but nothing makes you feel better. There's not a greater natural high than after you get out of that room.
I've done it, cryotherapy. I did it 3 times, but the machines, your head came through them. There wasn't full immersion.
I like full immersion.
And you wear gloves and you wear those clogs. But I didn't have to wear a mask because I wasn't breathing it in. But I couldn't. I think I made 3 minutes once. It's really hard to do.
Yeah.
What does it do for you?
So it reduces inflammation, and it's very good for anyone with any skin disorders, psoriasis, eczema. And it also burns a lot of calories because your body is fighting hypothermia when you're in there. So you can burn anywhere from 1,000 to 1,500 calories a session.
Wow.
And it'll burn through the day as your body temperature is regulating. So I always felt like really hungry. Like an hour after I go, I'm starving. I'm like, I'm going to eat
Because
some.
you've gotten through all the calories.
Yeah, but I love it, and I notice a huge difference in how I feel.
How often do you go?
When I was in LA, I was going 5 days a week. Now I'm trying to get it back up to 3 days a week here. I don't like to go in the summer because it takes your body so long to cool off that you get little frostbite spots, right? So you got to be cool. You can't be damp, this humid, nasty. I didn't leave my apartment for 3 weeks this summer. It was so disgusting.
Really?
That pure humidity, ew.
That's right. You can't be damp when you go in because the water will freeze, right?
You cannot be damp at all.
Yeah. So, ladies, don't talk to me before you go.
This guy.
No, I mean tears crying.
Oh, okay. That's sad. That's a little sad.
Did he really? Tears.
What do you think of all the Kyrie drama?
Yeah, this is fascinating. I mean, this is the same guy that thinks that the earth is flat.
Oh, that's right.
And
I forgot about
How
that.
could you forget? That's to me the tie-in.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, again, mindset.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's an interesting character. We don't know what's going to happen with him yet because now he probably won't have the option to play at all. It was just he wasn't going to play home games, and the coach is like, yeah, we can't have that for our team. And now there's other states also, like Los
Is he
Angeles County.
non-vaccinated?
Non-vaccinated.
Oh,
won't
okay.
get vaccinated.
He won't get vaccinated. He's saying he's not anti-vax, but he's doing it as a statement,
of course,
to all the people who he feels are being unjustifiably put mandates on.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah,
good for him.
Yeah,
And
but he also, I guess,
believes
theorized that the world might be flat,
which I found. So I put those two things, gives you a little perspective, right?
And then I believe he started. There were those comparing him to Muhammad Ali and the not going through with the draft, not going to Vietnam. They were like
difference.
It's a big difference.
It's a little stretch.
Yeah. No Vietnamese ever coughed on me. That's right. That's what Muhammad Ali said.
It's a little stretch. I mean, look, you're making that kind of money. You have that kind of a career. You're an entertainer. People love to go see you. You help sell tickets. You have to think bigger than yourself sometimes and compromise. And I think what we've seen through this pandemic is that Americans are the least likely to compromise and the most demanding and most entitled. So it's got to be my way or no way. But if you actually actually sat down and thought about all the people you're disappointing in doing something, then maybe that weight would make you change your mind and say, you know what, I should just do the right thing and make this better for everybody. Because people love to watch Kyrie play, and he's going to be a big missing link for the Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah. And he makes a ton of money for the team too. It's not just
a ton of money, jerseys.
Yeah.
You know, I wonder if this hurts endorsement deals in the future. Like how do companies look at you? Like, oh, can we band up with this person?
Yeah.
Or no? You know?
Yeah. And just trying to sell tickets, right? I mean, people go to the building to see him.
Although Barclay, the lounge at Barclay has some of the best food. You ever go to that nice little lounge in the back?
I think I've been once. And it is good.
They have an ice cream machine where you can make your own sundaes. They have all the fun foods.
Would you take advantage of a Sunday bar?
Oh, I would love that. I can't. Ice cream is not good for me.
I was going to say, that makes me think you're going to go shit. Like when the look you made resembled that
Lisa,
ice cream makes him shit.
I was once in the car, Jim and I had dinner together.
Yeah.
And he decided to treat himself to an ice cream after dinner.
Okay.
And then he decided to treat me. He locked the windows in the car.
It was cold.
And it wasn't that cold. And he decided to treat me to something much less pleasant for the entire ride home.
Recycled ice cream.
He really made me regret agreeing to give him a ride back to his place.
I can't fuck with ice cream. I love it. Froyo I enjoy too. But
Froyo.
You do?
It clogs me up though. Like I just can't.
The dairy.
Yeah, the dairy messes me up.
Don't you just think of the Seinfeld when they went to have the yogurt tested to see if there was fat in it because it was supposed to be non-fat and they were putting on weight? I always think of that. When I hear Froyo, I'm like, test that stuff. I think it's fat.
Yeah, there's a lot of sugar.
And dairy. I think there's secretly dairy in there.
And Froyo, yeah.
Yeah.
I just enjoy it though. It's tasty.
I'm thrilled to know that you guys actually want to see each other outside of work. Like you went to dinner together. That's a big step.
We did.
Yeah, we've plenty of times.
Yeah.
As a matter of
we
fact,
do socialize. The first thing I did when I got back, Sam was away, but I went to dinner with Travis and was it Mike or Troy? Or Sam, you came too. It was Mike couldn't make it, right?
Yes.
It was Travis and Sam, yeah.
Yes.
And Troy was in Florida and Mike was away, yeah. But this is the first thing I did when I got back. I was riding around and we just went out and ate.
Yeah.
I love this.
Yeah.
Good to know.
And, we'll go on vacation, and at some point during the week of vacation, might be a phone call. Hey, come down, come up.
I miss you.
Well, we don't go
We never
that
say
far.
that.
We're men, Lisa.
Yeah.
We're manly men. We don't miss each other.
Yeah.
Missed you.
Come on.
Is this a halfway transition? We're standing, writing notes, something happening?
I have to stand because it's bad for you to sit all the time.
Oh,
And
by the way,
also, sometimes you stand when you have to go to the bathroom.
I have to pee.
Okay, that's not that bad then.
he's like a child in school. You know something's up because he's so deliberate about it. Like he just got up, like something's going on.
Yeah.
I don't mean to be. I have to stand though because the bladder now has a little more breathing room. A little more.
It'll give us that extra 10, 15 minutes.
I will say you are
don't think
very
so?
active with your release of bodily fluids.
I am, yeah.
I haven't been here that long.
I pee a lot because the coffee does it too. That's a diuretic. I'm a Diet Coke fan.
You like Diet Coke?
Or as I say on my
Is this new to you?
No.
my Tinder profile, I'm a Diet Coke guy from way back.
How's Tinder working out?
For some men, I'm sure very well.
But you can only assume?
I would say, for me, poor to heinous.
Because over the summer, I
Jim
had a
is
bunch
bad
of
for the Tinder brand.
Yeah,
I had a bunch of girlfriends stay with me and visit. I just did a whole summer of having guests at my place, and they all on dating apps. So I was obsessed with looking through their apps because, of course, I'm not. Women get so many responses. It's like a part-time job. Like the amount of people that they have to sort through, and and dudes use random photos on their profiles. Like,
well, let me explain.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. I mean, there are generations of photos. Like the head photos, like this great photo, and then you get it looks like 3 different guys. Like you've watched 10 years of this person's life.
Yeah.
Why?
I tried to make the body a little bit better.
You did?
I will confess a shirtless photo, and I did. I was my head, and I did actually a pretty good Photoshop
Of
job.
somebody else's body?
But they understood. A girl figured it out.
When she saw you
Was
in
it a famous
person.
person's body?
Nobody was black.
No.
And she goes, that was a bad choice. And he was just in good shape. I don't see color. So I saw abs. I was
So
like,
ultimately, you're the good person.
yeah, she understood this is not your body.
Yeah. But you were like, I don't see.
She's like, if it's the body, I'm interested. If it's the head, fuck off. And I was like, it's the head. I'm the head.
I'm the head of this picture.
I'm the head of this photo.
Fingers crossed. I hope it's a fake
Oh,
head.
she was hoping it was the beach body, but no, it's the head.
That's too bad. Yeah, no, I'm glad I was with my wife and never part of the dating app seen.
Seems like a lot of work.
At all. Seems like a lot of work.
Yeah.
It is.
A lot of work and a lot of. I guess they've made it so that people are so used to rejection that it's not a thing anymore, though, right?
I guess.
Like if you just send out I'm interested in you, and if you don't hear back, you forgot you even swiped.
Sure, you're just making a couple hours and doing everybody you can. It's just to the masses.
Yeah.
A guy, I imagine women don't do the same. But also, I love all the little icons like. Are you a weed smoker? Do you drink? Is it occasionally? Is it no? Are you a cigarette smoker? Are you vaccinated? Do you have pets? Like, I love the icons. I was like, wow, we've broken down our lives wordless.
Yeah, but it's also like you're not supposed to have all that information before meeting number
Immediately,
one.
yeah.
What do you talk about when you get there?
Yeah, and like you're not like
So you are vaccinated.
You're religious? Okay, we know that already. You have kids? Okay, you have a dog? Okay, what do we talk about?
Yeah, and also once everything's established, it's like it's like you're on your 5th date already.
Yeah. For my emojis were not good. She asked me to describe my body. I sent a marshmallow and a limp noodle.
Yeah, that would have never been your jam. Social media is enough. I'm sure you get hit on through social media all the time.
I people think I'm lying. I never check my app mentions. Never.
Probably because you're just inundated
Wow,
with women.
ever.
Don't check them. No. I mean, I used to, but I'm like, I just don't. I don't post that much.
Okay.
But what I post, I don't see.
On any platform. Facebook, Instagram, check.
No.
That's when you know you've made it.
Facebook, I'm
Well-
more likely because I have family and stuff like that. But no, not really.
Every now and then you'll post a gig on Twitter.
Yeah.
And on Instagram, it's a graveyard. It's like just when people die, you post.
I
their
know.
photos.
I've started posting a little bit more.
Just to mix it up a little.
But I don't need to see how many likes it. Like it's almost like if I post about something, who liked it? It's just the idea was, I was annoyed at myself, so I stopped checking.
Also, you know you've really made it when you're no longer trying to do the social media hustle. I mean, for me,
Right.
making money as an influencer, likes and follows are an important
Yeah.
part of branding yourself and being able to sell yourself for things. For you, you're at that point in life that I dream to get to, Jim.
But no, it's not. But it's not even that I think I'm doing
Alone.
Yeah, exactly. Alone and just hating your own guts. No, but I just don't do it because my neediness bothered me. It's not that I don't think I need it. It's just the neediness in me annoyed me. It wasn't even negative shit. It was like, you fucking asshole. How much attention do you need? I got so mad at myself.
It's a strange
looking at
emotional phenomenon. No, there's no doubt. When I was watching that, the whistleblower on Facebook, and I had a great conversation with my friends last weekend in California. My best friend said to me, when are people just going to be fucking accountable and step away? Like, if it doesn't
Right,
make you
just
feel
don't
good,
use it.
step away. And
Yeah.
that's exactly what you exercised. You were like, what am I feeding right here? This can't be healthy.
I want to post more, though, just like regular posts. Because, again, like you said, it's a part of the job. It's not like I can just exist without it. It's part of it. But I don't need to check what people are saying.
Man.
Be a part of the conversation.
I don't know if it's a good thing. It's probably a very, very bad thing. I woke up late.
Yes, it was. You're right.
I woke up bad.
That's a period.
I woke up I thought my snooze alarm was my first alarm.
Okay.
So it was like whatever. It was like it wasn't late, but it was 10 minutes later than usual.
Okay.
So I got right out of bed, brushed my teeth, just got out of the house quicker than usual.
Yeah.
And when
Pet the dog, grab your hat.
yeah, that's it. And when I got to the parking lot this morning, that was when I first realized I haven't checked my app mentions this morning. And it felt like, look at me not checking my app mentions as soon as I get out of bed. I must be really healthy. Better check them right now. I just remember, better check them. Oh, yeah. They were all just
Hilarious.
Nothing. I gained nothing.
Yeah.
I didn't grow as a person.
I don't have anything against it. I didn't like the fact that I needed it. I didn't
Yeah, I
like.
understand.
I just didn't like it.
My first pass in the morning of my app mentions is really just a block party because it's the creepers at night that are like sending me their phone number and they think I'm also awake at 2 a.m. because they're in India and they send it 1,000 times. Text me. Why aren't you texting me? And I look at this guy, so I'm like, yeah, you're done.
Wait, he
So-
sends it to you in DM or in?
No, I don't answer DMs on my main page. Yeah, all day, but at night. And then sometimes, I read one this morning. It was all caps. A guy telling me he wants to make me a steak dinner with dessert and skinny dip and this and that. Then I go to his page. He sent it to every other girl I know. I was so bummed. I was like, now I got to
you're not
block him.
special.
No, that's special.
That's terrible.
He must have cut and pasted because it was word for word. Like you had just said, he's so used to rejection.
Yeah.
Just saying,
Just go.
he got blocked.
He's looking at it like it's a numbers game. You know what you ought to do with the guy from India who keeps sending you text messages? You ought to write him back once and go, thanks, I tried you and you didn't answer, and then block him. He'll go crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, he might jump.
He
You
might
know what I
jump.
mean?
That might, yeah.
That is really putting someone on watch. But it's a great idea.
It is weird what the app has done because you're right. It's like just sending that to everybody. Like that used to be the thing, right? Somebody would be like, "Hey, it's a numbers game. If you ask 100 women on the street, one of them's going to say yes." But you go like, "Who's going to walk up to 100 women on the street and ask them?"
I've done that test, and I can say that is an incorrect assumption.
Is that right?
That 1 out of 100 will say yes.
Sometimes it will be.
My record is 641 in a row. No.
But you go, it'd be so crazy to go up to 100 people and just ask them that. But it's not crazy at all to just keep swiping on the app and go through 100 people that way.
Well, and also, like, don't confuse your apps, people. Like, social media is social media. A dating app is a dating app. Stop trying to get dates on social media. Like, just go to a dating app and try and find somebody to date. Like, I do Facebook Lives every Wednesday, and 50% of the people in there are just sending me their phone number. Like, you do realize that an imposter is going to get that phone number. She's going to call you. She's going to say she's my assistant. She's going to ask you for an Apple iTunes card. Like, you make yourself a mark. You're just making yourself a mark. Don't be a mark.
So it's got to be frustrating for you.
You guys keep talking. I'll be right back.
Do you have to go? Do you have to go wee?
I can't hold
I
it.
have to pee so bad.
I cannot even believe your bladder.
The coffees.
I understand, but you don't go both things at one time when you were in there earlier.
Oh, I do like a bird. Yeah, I do. I
It
stand on
comes
a
out of the
windshield.
same hole.
Yeah. I'll be
Good
right
luck
back.
in there. Good luck. We'll be here.
This is, by the way, not an irregular thing. It happens. You
Was
know?
this before the pandemic as well, or did he get comfortable at home?
I think it's gotten worse. Since
Yeah,
the-
it's like
we've
a
all-
dog when you don't keep them on a schedule and they start to get to go out whenever they want to go.
He was good for one dump a day before the pandemic. The multiple shits and the leaving early to piss and the all. Yeah, that's since the pandemic. I think
We've all picked up some bad habits.
I guess so. Yeah, I guess so.
So you're asking me, it's annoying and it's the imposter thing,
Yes,
right?
right. Okay, so like when you're sitting there and you want to get on Facebook Live and you want to do your show about sports or whatever it is that you want to cover, and you cannot escape this wave of people that are just know you from porn and are sending you the phone
I
number.
found the
and-
way.
How do you do it?
Oh, it's amazing. I just go to ESPN main page and I just start reading. They drop like flies. So my people know it. Everybody, it's at the Really Sand every
This
Wednesday,
is
1
not
p.m. Eastern.
sexy.
So my people know the room will start out with like, let's say we got 1,200 people in the room.
Yeah.
We're trying to get it down to 200 because I have about 200 people that are actually legit cool and not creepy. So all I have to do is read. I'll go to Bovada's page. I'll read all of the odds. I'll read. As soon as I start reading, everyone starts doing the countdown. Like, we're down to 800. We're down to 650. We're down. Once we get to that sweet spot of 200,
That's when you can start.
beautiful conversation. But we also have fun with it. We do like under, over, how many guys will ask to see my feet in the first 15 minutes?
Uh-huh.
Under, over, how many guys will tell me to bend over? Like, I try to have fun with my fans because I don't want to not do stuff because there are great people out there.
Yes.
And making light of it has made it so much funnier. And I also talk mad shit to these guys
Uh-huh.
and just tell them so many, it's just they've worked my comedic sense. You know, the way they come at me, like, buddy, you are just, I'm so glad that you're so proud that you're so creepy.
Is it the same people every time, or is it just new waves of people?
It's new waves because I
That's
do have
incredible.
a moderator that blocks so that I
Wow.
can just it's new waves. Remember, there's places that are just really discovering the internet and countries
God.
where, like in Islamic cultures where porn is illegal.
Yeah.
They've learned Twitter. They've learned VPN boosters. OnlyFans is not classified as an adult site, so they can all be on Only. So they're
And they
just
get your whole
discovering
catalog.
kind of sex for the first time, and they're just obsessed. I call them feverish masturbators.
They're just jerking off nonstop.
Just feverish masturbators.
Yeah.
You know, like
Because imagine if you didn't know. And you were like, I could do this. There's so much
much
stuff.
content. There's so much
Yeah.
content. Like, you could never run out.
Right.
You go to Pornhub, you could never run out. And if you're done with that, you can go somewhere else. You can watch it for free or pay. I have these kind of little
Or
written
both.
rules. Like, your average guy can name 5 or 10 of his favorite adult stars, right?
Mhm.
A feverish masturbator can name 50 of the top stars and what she was wearing in this favorite scene. Like, there are definitely some classifications of what makes you a feverish masturbator.
Katie Parker, Honey Wilder, Dorothy LeMay.
I'm
Yeah.
actually glad you brought this up, Lisa. Mike Montone, do you know who John Montone is from 1010 Wins? He's an iconic New York man on the street reporter.
Okay.
You know, he's been featured in movies and everything. And this is his offspring in the other room there. That's Mike Montone. He's the Montone that we got. Mike, would you say you categorize more as the I've heard of 5 porn stars or more than 5?
Yeah, I don't consider myself a feverish masturbator. More of just industry fan.
Do you watch more than 6 to 10 hours of content a week?
No, that seems a little excessive.
Very good. He's not a feverish masturbator.
And he's lying.
He is, I think. I'm going to tell you right now, like, as you probably heard in his voice, and he's really trying to control himself now.
Yeah.
Right? Because he's very deliberate in what he says. He keeps his sentences brief. He's a soundbite guy who's raised in the industry.
Right.
But we had your friend Jasmine St. Clair in here a couple weeks
so
ago.
good to see her.
And I just threw it to Mike and said, do you have any questions? And this guy was like a valley girl. Like, he just couldn't stop talking. He wasn't even saying anything.
Yeah.
She's so fabulous. Doesn't she look incredible?
She looks incredible.
She looks incredible. We've texted every single day since I went to see her at the cutting room. We just reconnected.
That's
and
great.
You know, we did a magazine shoot together back in 1995 for High Society.
Wow.
And it just so happens she's living near the location where we shot. So I've been in her mind. And on that first day on set, the advice I gave her was, as a contract girl, it's your responsibility to spend as much money as possible on the company credit card. When we're at like AVN, all these events, we all have a contest. This is 22-year-old me telling 22-year-old her, because Janine had told me the same. And so Jasmine takes that info. She goes to Brazil or somewhere, and she's fighting with her boyfriend in the U.S., and she runs up an $8,000 phone bill on the, just calling the landline. And they ask her, like, what do you do? She's like, well, Lisa Ann told me to do it. Like, isn't this what all the contract girls do? So she told me that story when I saw her. We hadn't seen each other since about 1997.
Wow.
Wow.
Let me ask you
High
this.
Society. That was a
Mike.
classic.
To hear Lisa Ann telling stories about Janine and Jasmine St. Clair, I mean, these are literal titans of industry. You have to be in heaven.
Oh, it's fantastic. Now, Sam, these are names that are throwbacks to my younger, more feverish masturbating days.
I see.
Yeah, now that I'm older, more mature, I understand the way my rod works. I know you have to take a pause from pornography sometimes. You got to reset yourself.
True.
Because you don't want to wear out that endorphin dump that you get from watching a great girl on girl scene.
He's right.
He's specific.
He likes girl on girl.
Okay,
He likes girl
good.
on
So
girl.
he loved Janine and Julia Ann when they had blondage. They were a throwback.
Absolutely. I consider
He knows
I'm
exactly,
an ally.
yeah.
I
I'm an
consider
ally.
this part of
He's the A in
allyship
I'm an ally.
of the lesbian community.
But yeah, I did this, so I'm probably,
He knows
this
exactly
is what Dudes Do Better is about. It's really about, like, don't be a feverish masturbator.
Yeah.
Like,
especially
read a
as an
book.
adult.
Yeah,
Like,
it's really creepy.
What is feverish? How much?
I would say they watch more than 6 to 10 hours of content a day. I would say they're the
A
ones
day?
that ask me a million times why I'm not shooting anymore and why there aren't new scenes. Like, yo, I've done over 500. Like, if you've seen them all, seek help.
yeah, that's
You know
on
what I'm saying?
you.
Do something else. Learn a language. Get a hobby. Volunteer.
Yeah.
Like if you've run out of my library, that's a problem.
Or they need to get like electrolysis of the penis to get the feelings back.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
well,
also,
it does happen, yeah.
Obviously, they're not using it with a girl. They're just so
Or like
preoccupied.
you mean like they're buying like a rubber torso in a store and having sex
Of course
with
they
that?
are.
That's gross.
My fleshlight still sells. Like, I always, when people come at me, I'm like, just be normal and get a fleshlight and Google me.
Yes.
Just be a normal person and do that. Don't expect it to be with me.
Do you mean like when
You
your
know?
penis has the sensation of your arm after playing Punch Buggy with Chuck Liddell? Like that type of a...
It seems like a personal
sure
story.
does.
But I will
Just
say,
numb and limp.
when I first released the words feverish masturbator,
Yeah.
some dudes got so offended, and that let me know they were the ones that were guilty of it.
Yeah, sure. It's a great term. Feverish
great
masturbator. Yeah, for a
term.
band. Great for a
Accurate.
band, yeah.
By the way, it's one of my
Feverish.
fantasy football team names as well.
Feverish masturbator?
Yeah.
Jim Norton and the Feverish Masturbators.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
like a
Well, that's
punk
my
band.
50s doo-wop band. That's when we do the old thing.
I mean, we're wrapping up the show, Mike, but did you have any questions for Lisa?
Sam, I have a whole stack of questions here. Lisa, I didn't realize you were a Dallas Cowboys fan. I'm a huge Cowboys fan. I was wondering, do you think Kellen Moore is going to be back next year?
He's controlling
I
himself.
do think he will. And if I wasn't a Cowboys fan, would you masturbate to me less? That's the real question.
No, that
Does
wouldn't
this make
affect
you masturbate to me more?
I don't think it.
Did you
Cowboys
pregame?
fandom doesn't.
Did you pregame last night?
No, I didn't. Actually, right now I'm in a little bit of a pornography pause.
Oh, you
I like
went
to go with
hard.
the imagination for a little while.
Okay.
Again, just to, you want to reset everything. An erectile reset.
So you're going old school right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, the best part about Mike's answer is when she said, when you say ask a question, he's like, I'm going to show her that I'm different.
Yeah,
I'm gonna ask a football
thing.
question.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna treat you like any other guy.
No,
would
I have
treat you.
pornography questions
Let's
as
go.
well.
You got a little time.
Oh, great. 1 second.
Well, you have to Google your own porn
Oh my
question.
gosh, he
He's
actually has
nervous.
a document. I
Of
think
course
he's
he does.
pulling
He's
up. Are you
prepared.
kidding
What are
me?
you doing? You don't remember?
Because we sprung it on him with Jasmine.
Yeah.
And so
I'm
this
a
time
prepared broadcaster.
he
folks.
is
Come on.
prepared.
Okay, what are you gonna ask?
I'm not shocked.
One of my colleagues is a big fan of ass play, but he has a long history of hemorrhoids. And I was wondering, given your work in an industry, it's been suggested that he lance it with a pin or a needle. Would you recommend that?
I think that's a medical professional situation. It's also hard to see back there. What are you going to do? Line up a mirror? You're going to lay on the floor? I mean, just shaving back there can be a slippery slope.
Yeah.
Because you really got to do it for a set. You shave when you're shooting a scene. You shave like you wouldn't believe. Like 45 minutes. You get a mirror going. You're making sure everything is precise. It's high def. Once they went to like
Can't have a
4K,
patch of hair.
No.
Yeah, it's gross.
No.
Yeah, gross.
No. It's like a little jazz patch in all the wrong places. So
Yeah.
your face right now.
Yeah,
It's gross.
no, yeah, I'm not very hairy though. So
Mike, do you have any other questions?
I mean, we could continue this all day. I know we have a hard out at 11. Can we keep going?
ask one more question.
Yeah, you ask another question or two.
Now, this is more of a scenario I was wondering if you could consider. Say a terrorist organization has acquired a nuclear weapon. They're pointing it at the United States, and they've said, "We'll stand down. We won't kill everybody if you, Lisa Ann, can produce the hottest scene ever produced." And you have two options for a scene partner. Option one is a wealthy gentleman in his early 50s with a body like an overstuffed bag of cannoli cream who spends nights sorting loose change and laying glue traps for the many pests that infest his New York City penthouse. That's option one. Option two is a man in his late 30s who, despite having a family to look after, spends the bulk of his free time playing with action figures, watching old wrestling videos, and fabricating excuses to leave his wife and kids at home while he goes out and treats himself at any number of fast food restaurants and has the body to show for it. So I'm wondering, which of those gentlemen would you choose to work with?
Yeah.
And what would the scene entail?
Well, I think because the scene has to be specifically amazing for me to save our country, that it becomes a three-way and we have both options going. We'll have two different skin tones, as I imagine you're a little bit lighter. You're a little
This is hypothetical, Lisa.
Hypothetical. Yeah.
So I just think we all go in. I'm saving the country, but I would like to be president once I'm done with that.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I also
and
know.
Sarah, by the way, I reached out to Sarah Palin a couple weeks ago. I got really brave. She didn't respond, of course.
Why?
I hit her on DM on Insta. I really would like to interview her for my podcast. So
insane.
if I was president, she's my VP. Are you kidding?
I
I'd be like
love that.
Veep for real.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, great questions.
I know
Mike.
how Lisa Ann would want the scene to go. If she had to do that, it would be for me and you just to jerk each other off while she filed her nails.
I'm saving the country. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we'd probably do it.
I'm saving the. It's not like you're throwing a homeless
We're both
guy
just
from
looking at her.
47th Avenue. You know what I mean?
It's cool if we look at her. Well, Lisa Ann, we thank you. Don't forget, Monday Night Football with Lisa Ann is happening every week at headquarters here in New York. You can go to thereallisaann.com and follow her on TikTok at TheRealLisaAnn, of course, on Twitter and Facebook
All the
and
same.
Instagram.
All the same. The real Lisa Ann across the board. And
yes.
also, I give my betting picks every Sunday morning on my YouTube at 11 a.m. Eastern time at The Real Lisa Ann. So I do a lot of work with Bovada, and I am on a pretty good streak right now with my plays.
Great.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank
I'll
you,
be in-
Lisa. It's always good.
Sorry, sir. I'll be in Philly, not this weekend, but next weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, only at the Punchline in the Helium. I always say the wrong club.
Great advertisement.
I'm
really,
terrible.
really good.
Helium Comedy Club. It's one of my favorite places.
Oh, and go ahead and turn on Peacock because the Ultimate Show, the new episode of the Ultimate Show is up. WWE Ultimate King of the Ring, or I think it's called Ultimate Crown WWE. I don't know. Go to WWE Ultimate Show and look up the newest show. It just came out just now, and I would say it's probably as important a time as ever to support your boys Jim and Sam
That's
in
right.
their outside endeavors.
Yeah.
I got you guys, Boo. I'll help you set up. You know what I mean? I know what to do now.
Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. We'll see you on Monday.
Hopefully.
Bye.